Last time on Square Roots, Robert gets a new job, Invisigal reveals her ADHD diagnosis, and Flambe suffers an unfortunate accident. Also, everyone agrees that Toxic has a nice dick. You know, a lot of girls have suffered a lot of woes thanks to a toxic guy with a nice dick. Am I right, ladies?
Square Roots, the classic RPG podcast. My name is Jim Banks. I'm joined by Matthew Van Zant.
Hello, sluts.
Johnny Phenomaman Brandon.
Hello, sluts.
And Vanessa.
I want to give a shout out to all our chaste listeners. I see you and I respect you. I respect the sluts as well. I'm just saying you don't have to be a slut if you don't want to.
Nice save.
Yeah.
And this is a podcast where we play and talk about your favorite classic RPGs one chunker at a time. But this is kind of not that. This is our second episode in our Dispatch series.
It's
the Telltale
sort of an
style
RPG.
game.
What do you think, gang? Are we going to make it out? Are we going to get all 3 episodes done tonight? Or are we going to hit the end of episode 4 and somebody's going to go, I'm getting sweepy?
Episode
Like
4,
last
somebody
week.
gets sweepy. I'll put $5 on that.
It's a tough choice. Tough choice.
Well, before we get into it, do we have any honk gaming goose that we want to regale each other with?
I have the honkest gaming goose of all.
Honk us
The
up.
Tell me.
Warrior Cats books are finally getting a major video game adaptation. What? And it's a turn-based RPG.
Wow.
What's that?
Well, turn-based
So,
RPG
what's a
is
warrior
like a
cat?
role-playing game. Oh,
Oh.
If you love Firestar and the 4 clans as much as I'm sure somebody out there does,
Someone does.
you know, get hyped for the Warrior Cats game. I'm looking to see if there's a name for this game, and I'm kind of failing to find it. It's just called Warrior Cats. Cool.
I've got a question for you, Matt.
Yep.
So this Warrior Cats thing, there was that bit on My Brother and Me where they're going through a question of what Warrior Cat name should I give my cat?
Yeah, I remember that.
Is that based on this series?
Yes, that is, of
Oh,
course,
okay.
based on the Warrior Cats series of young adult novels.
Oh, they're YA novels?
They're, yeah, I guess. I kind of feel like they're
I mean, I would
assume
that
so.
being a thing, if you know what I mean. I kind of feel like it's kind of like the Animorphs. Like, those are YA novels, right? But they were coming out before YA was a thing.
No, there was a YA section when I was a little kid in the library.
I don't think so. And
Yeah,
I don't think
I
you were
remember
ever
well,
a kid.
It was labeled adolescence. Because
Hmm.
there's kids section, then there's the adolescent section, which had stuff like those mysteries where that kid and the old man were investigating spooky supernatural mysteries, and it had like a drawing every 5 pages or so, and Edward Gorey did them, and they're really good.
oh, that sounds
I
cool,
think.
but I don't know what it is.
Neither do
Uh,
I.
I'll-
Must be a Canada thing.
Something about a
Canada
professor.
only. I bet scary
I-
stories to tell in the dark were in there, you know?
I think it took place in Wisconsin.
Like, Animorphs is a little bit younger than what I would think of as YA. You know, like
Yeah.
you can be in grade
Yeah.
school reading the
Well,
Animorphs.
I think
You
it's
can
like
be in grade school reading Harry Potter.
Yeah, I would
True.
say Harry Potter and Animorphs are pretty similar, except
I
one's
used to
like
think of YA as
good.
like Twilight.
I don't think any of the Animorphs books hit 800 or 900 pages like the late Harry Potters do, you know?
They could have though. It's just she
Could they?
chose not to.
I don't know if that's
don't know.
true.
There's like there's like a bunch of little Animorphs books, right? Like, doesn't that series have a ton of books in it?
I never read them, and then one day I Googled, like, what's the deal with these Animorph books, and
Mhm.
I never would have guessed the premise of that thing.
I know quite a
There's
bit of it
aliens,
because
they
Rabbi
chose
Raccoon
people.
in our Discord talks about it a lot.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I've never read an Animorphs book. I was making everything up.
I've never read an Animorphs book either, actually, nor did I ever read any
either.
Warrior Cats books. The closest I ever got was owning and starting and never finishing Tail Chaser's Song by Tad Williams, which is not related in any way, shape, or form, but it's about a cat. So
I've never even heard of Warrior Cats.
I'm
Me
literally
either.
playing with a warrior cat right now with my headphones. Like, and he's
I've heard of a
attacking them.
cat, and I've heard of a warrior. I've read a book with a cat in it, I'm sure.
well, since you all are clearly so curious to know more about this, allow me to explain it to you. According to Wikipedia, there's an extensive list of works in the Warrior Cat series. There's 9 arcs, each containing 6 books, so a shitload. The Warriors Cats books center on feral cats who live in a forest and are split into different clans. And each clan fights and doesn't like each other, probably. I don't know. Now at this point, I may be just making it up because there's a lot to this Wikipedia page and I don't want to read the whole thing. One of them's named Firestar. Look, I figure somebody in our listenership is interested in the Warrior Cats and a Warrior Cats RPG. And I just wanted to spread the good news for them.
I'm not upset
And then
with
you all
you for telling
attacked
us
me.
about... No, we're just curious. Which,
Man,
I was attacking
ironically,
Warrior
is what
Cats
killed the
I
warrior
was
cat.
attacking you.
Since you brought up the Warrior Cats, you have to explain exactly what Warrior Cats mean to us.
Yeah. That's what I said, remember?
Hey, honk.
Cats who live outside of the clans are
said
categorized
honk.
into 3 groups. House cats, who are called kitty pets.
Honk.
I just wanted to say kitty pets.
So,
yes, honk.
great news for gamers. EA was sold to a cool new company that is not raising any red flags or problematic at all, and only has, mild connections to Jared Kushner.
Cool.
I heard that they may be looking to sell off. Who do they own? Is it Bethesda? No, that's
Yeah.
Microsoft. BioWare?
BioWare.
And that feels like that would be good though, right? Probably? Maybe?
Don't think that BioWare probably fits with what a Saudi-owned
Jared Kushner wants to
game,
do?
with what Jared Kushner or Saudi Arabia wants to put out into the world artistically. So
How do you mean?
I don't know. I'm just guessing. I'm just spitballing. I think that they're mostly interested in FIFA.
Yeah.
They want the sports licenses.
Yeah.
And what? Battlefield? Is that
Yeah.
EA?
FIFA and Battlefield.
And Madden? Yeah.
That makes
Well,
sense.
I don't know.
I mean,
I'm not buying those
Mass
games
Effect
anyway.
is a lot of those BioWare games are really valuable properties, like valuable IP. I wonder, like that would probably be a really expensive sale. I would bet.
Yeah, they can make some money off it. I just can't imagine them wanting to develop a new game in that series.
They
Any
rolled
of
in
them,
debt.
really,
They
right?
are already.
Or
They are already. There's another Mass
I
Effect.
mean,
in
the
development.
new company, the new owners.
Oh, yeah.
Jim, it's a leveraged buyout too, so that means that EA is going to have to make up for $1.5 billion in at least an interest per year to pay off that leverage. You know how well that worked for like Toys R Us and Red Lobster and all these other things that were bought under leveraged buyouts that definitely didn't destroy the company, and the people who bought it made out with majillions. Like,
Hey guys, let's look
Yeah?
at the silver lining. Maybe
Oh.
EA will shut down. Would that be a bad thing for the world? I don't
mean,
think
there are
it
a lot
would.
of people I know work there because it's like their head office is in Vancouver.
Okay,
Monster.
other than people losing their jobs. Just because people work at a shitty, awful company doesn't mean that that company deserves to exist forever. Fuck EA. Shut down tomorrow. I don't care.
Whoa.
At any rate, it's a leveraged buyout, so it's probably not going to be around for much longer because that's what happens with leverage buyouts. I'm really surprised the Saudi investment fund went that way because that's like the scam. We're just buying it to make money for ourselves and then destroy the company kind of thing.
But you
Well, I
can't.
wonder what happens if EA shuts down. What happens to those NFL licenses and
They'll probably
FIFA
go.
licenses?
Yeah, the
I'm
people
sure
can
they
make
just lose the
FIFA.
license. They'd go out on the, open market again.
Besides,
Do you think
EA
their vision
stopped
is
making
to
FIFA
destroy
games.
EA?
Remember, they make FC now. They don't make FIFA
Oh, that's
games because
right, yeah.
they didn't want to bother paying for the license.
Mm.
Do you think it's EA or it's this investment fund's vision to make all this money off of destroying EA and then create new games with these licenses that I
No.
would presume that they would then buy?
I don't see Jared
But
Kushner.
what are they doing it for? They're just making a lot of money off of EA? Is that the whole thing?
Like
there's-
ransacking it and selling it off, which is weird because the Saudi fund's supposed to be for like improving, like one, diversifying the country so it's not fully based on fossil fuels, and two, spending the country's vast fossil fuel fortune to like get a positive PR, right? So
Right.
buying it
Yeah.
leveraged and then closing it is bad for that. But why else would you buy it leveraged? It's like their profits have never exceeded the amount of interest they have to pay yearly on it. Like this doesn't make any sense.
They really, really, really are interested in football, soccer, and getting that into the country and sort of legitimizing
That is true.
themselves through sports. So I don't think we can totally dismiss the idea that they'd want to at least keep the sports licenses for publicity reasons.
Can you imagine how much really valuable player data the EA has too? Like all the data from people's online sessions and all that. Like that's probably super valuable too. I wonder. I'm sure they're not gonna do anything weird with that.
Yeah.
Why do you
Why
think
would
that's
they?
why would that be valuable?
Because it's got first party data that you collect straight from users on your own application is like just inherently really valuable.
But it's just information about how much soccer they played.
And it's information about, but there's marketplaces on there too, right? So it's like what they bought and when they bought it and how much did they pay for it?
Who
and
are their friends? Who do they play with?
how often did they look at something before they bought it? There's lots of.
I don't think we have any other gaming news. I think it was pretty
Honk.
quiet this week.
Oh,
Jim
there's
has
more.
some.
I have one. What was it? Oh yeah, they announced a 30th anniversary Quake stuff.
Oh yeah.
Like some new 9 Inch Nails music, I think, and some remastered levels.
There's a new DLC coming out that has actually has new levels, new enemies, new weapons, all sorts of stuff for the original Quake.
Cool.
When you say
That sounds
new
neat.
9 Inch Nails music, do you mean new music from the 9 Inch Nails or newly licensed music from the 9 Inch Nails?
Well, they did
No, well,
the
9 Inch-
original
Just 9 Inch
soundtrack.
Nails, not the 9 Inch Nails.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Trent Reznor. Yeah, he made original tracks for Quake. So I would have guessed
Did he
that
really?
he made some more. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I think they're doing like a merch collection with Trent Reznor too.
That's
okay,
cool.
honk.
That guy likes money, huh? Yep.
So, have you all been paying attention to the weird physical disc thing Xbox is doing?
Yeah.
No,
It's
not at all.
So let me. Here's how I understand it, and I'm testing it because I just okay. Well, let me start at the beginning. Microsoft released a press statement saying that starting at the end of August, you will be able to put a disc like an Xbox One or an Xbox Series X or S game disc into your Xbox Series X or S, and then you'll get a digital
Can't put a
license.
disc into Series S.
Try.
Okay, X only. And then it reads it, and then it's like, okay, now you own that game. You can play it with or without the disc in your drive. You can go throw out that game or put it on your shelf where it'll be happy and safe forever. But and then you can play the game on your Xbox. You can play it on your PC. If it's got the cloud play anywhere, you can play it on the cloud. And you don't have to pay any money. You don't have to be on Xbox Live or anything like that. I think that's pretty neat. But if you want, if say I just bought a copy of Outer Worlds 2 for the Xbox, so so I could play it on my PC and my Xbox. But if I sent it to Jim and Jim puts it into his Xbox, then it's licensed to Jim. So the disc is it's like the game key card from Nintendo Switch.
Is there a limit on the number of times the license can transfer between individuals?
I don't think so.
So if I wait until the end of August to put this Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 disc that Vanessa forced me to purchase into my Xbox, I'll get a digital key for it, basically.
I mean, you can put it in now, but at the end of August, then it will also be a digital key, but it's a digital key you can trade with people, and you can sell back to a store, which is cool. I think that's pro-consumer. I like that.
Yeah. I have been playing Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 on the disc that Matt forced me to buy. And I've noticed that when I wake up in my Xbox from sleep mode, it takes a while to recognize the disc is in there. And I don't want to eject it and put it back in every time. So I'm looking forward to not having to have the disc in there in order to play it.
Yeah, me too. I listeners, wait till it actually comes out and make sure that the whole Play Anywhere thing works. Like it's apparent. I read the Microsoft statement. It's supposed to be work with Play Anywhere. So I will let you know when it starts, if this copy of Outer Worlds 2 works or not. Our podcast is the most trustworthy source for this kind of information, so stay tuned.
And the fastest way to get gaming news if you don't listen to anything else during the whole course of a week.
Or
don't read
internet.
any news.
Yeah, don't read the internet. If you don't seek out any other sources, we're breaking the news every time.
I do think it's a little bit of a shot in the bow to PS5 and 6 losing. They're not going to be printing any more physical games. But I also think Xbox is going to not have a disc drive for their next console. Though I bet they might keep printing games or allowing games to be printed by limited edition stuff, and have
collectors
and have external disc drive. Maybe
you have to say honk if you want to interrupt. That's how it works.
Well, honk.
Jim, thanks.
I didn't want to interrupt, but I did want to be recognized eventually. I have one more piece of honk gaming goose.
Okay.
They announced the casting for the role of Ganondorf in the Legend of Zelda movie.
Oh, what pig?
And
what pig did they get?
His name is
Wilbur.
Uli Latu Kifu,
Oh.
and he's an Australian actor.
Mm-hmm. Is he more
Cool. That's all that I know
hot
about him.
Ganondorf, like Breath of the Wild, and
We don't know yet.
Oh,
Twilight.
wait, he's best known for playing a young Dwayne Johnson in the sitcom Young Rock, which ran
Okay,
for 3
that
seasons
guy.
on NBC.
Yeah.
Hey, they also announced that the Legend of Zelda movie is going to be Sam Neill's last role.
Oh, is he
Oh,
playing
he's
Merlin
playing.
again, like in
Nobody
that
knows who he's
Merlin
playing.
series?
Yeah, I bet he's playing Merlin from that Merlin series, and it's like a crossover.
Is he playing Dr. Grant Merlin?
Yeah, Dr. Grant Merlin. I suspect he'll probably play like Zelda's dad. That would make the most sense for a Sam Neill.
I think I should watch that
King of Hyrule.
Event
or whatever.
Horizon movie. I've
So
never
good.
seen it.
So
You've
good.
never seen Event Horizon?
Yeah,
It's pretty
Sure
scary.
I have either.
maybe
Well,
Vanessa
you know
will
what
watch
we're
that
watching
together.
next time we do a commentary.
Yeah.
We could just watch it. We could just watch it as friends.
Movie
That's
night.
true too.
I do like having movie night.
We don't have to subject our listeners to our shitty commentary. It's mostly just, whoa, hey, this movie's pretty good, actually. All right, be quiet.
Or
Let's
if-
watch the movie.
Yeah, or we stop talking for 5 minutes because it's good.
I mean, I don't know. If the movie is good and you're having fun watching it, don't you want people to shut up for a minute? All right, stop with your dumb jokes and let me just watch this ball-crushing scene.
Did we do a Teen Witch commentary? I feel
Yeah.
like we did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
Okay.
did.
So
I want to
good.
rewatch us talking about that.
Have you guys ever listened to one of our commentaries?
Yeah,
No,
that would be
but
so
I
weird.
should.
Like alongside a movie? That would be really weird.
I don't even listen to our main episodes. You think I'm going to listen to one of our commentaries?
I do think that once I was listening to
tasted my
one of the main
podcasts.
episodes that I wasn't on, and one of you said something, and I tried to respond to it because, like, my brain got confused and thought I was like on the call with you.
Was that the Final Fantasy IX season?
No, that would
Is that
have
what
been.
it was like for you? Just trying to talk to us through the
Yeah,
podcatcher?
that's why I had to be on the podcast because I'm like, I keep trying to talk to these guys through the podcast. They're
It
not
could have been during your
responding to me.
sabbatical a couple of years ago.
Yeah, it might have been one of those. Hey, how about the call
Hey.
log?
Wait, before that, Jim actually streamed to like a fairly large audience of nerds on
You don't have
Friday
to sound
on the
surprised
Square
when you
Roots
say it.
gaming channel.
Yeah, actually got the numbers have been pretty good on the streams lately. Maybe all of these plugs that we've been doing for like the last like 2 years
Finally paid off.
finally netting us some viewers. But yeah, I was streaming BioShock the other night and drew a pretty good crowd. Same last night. I think there was like 70 people-ish, I think, that had seen the stream last night.
Wow, that's awesome.
So yeah, it's going pretty well. Yeah, so I'm currently streaming BioShock. I'm now on BioShock Infinite. I'm playing them BioShock Infinite, and then BioShock 2.
Oh, interesting.
Um,
Okay.
And so yeah, you can check that out. Just search up Square Roots Gaming on YouTube. Johnny, what's up with Bears and Games Neo?
Well, I posted a 2-minute clip on my Blue Sky, which I never mentioned. I do have a Blue Sky of my own. It is johnnybarnstorm.bsky.social, and you can go like check that out if you want to see a preview 2 minutes of footage. I did post it into the group chat, but I'm gonna bet money no one watched it.
Like our group chat?
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't watch that.
When?
this afternoon.
Oh, I was
I didn't
busy.
see it.
What did you post?
Don't worry about it. Anyway, I'm very proud of the. I think this edit is going amazing. It is maybe my most tangent-filled edit ever, but I feel like that's kind of what my videos are about. Not so much the actual topic, but like all the periphery weirdness around the topic. That's what I like. That's what my videos are about. Right, Matt?
Yeah, I love your long form videos. They're my favorites. I'm not gonna lie to you, Johnny. I haven't been watching your car videos.
That's okay. I was doing those more to get in the. I've been putting out Kubert's Car Talk, where I sort of really do a deep dive on the car inspirations for Vice City's cars. I'm just going to do 10. It's sort of a practice project to see, to get some stuff on my channel and, practice getting something out every couple of weeks. And so that's what that's been for. So
cool.
just for discipline more than anything. And like to learn to
So-
do a fast edit.
Did you say when you think this GTA episode's coming out?
A couple of weeks, I think. I'm
Oh,
only
okay.
20 minutes in, and it's probably going to be 200 minutes long.
Wow.
No, 150 maybe minutes long.
An hour and 50 minutes. That's a movie.
Yeah, it's like watching a whole movie. And
Cool.
anyway, let's go check out the HR violation log or whatever.
Yeah,
what were we
the
calling
HR
it?
files. So last time we have established ourselves as a dispatcher at the Superhero Dispatch Network, which I think is what SDN stands for, but I'm not sure.
Oh,
Probably.
We open on Robert's apartment where our pal Royd has come over to load up the bits of the Mecha Man suit that Robert has sitting
Aw.
around at his place.
I thought he was just gonna come around for like a beer.
Yeah,
game.
you know
Would?
what? I would totally have misconstrued this. I thought yeah, I'd be like, oh, so do you want to watch movies? Like, I thought I was just helping you move. Oh, yeah, of course. This is just moving. Mhm. That's what I would have been like.
Johnny's like a sitcom character in real life.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's just a series of misunderstandings and failures to communicate.
Hmm.
So,
Johnny's like Steve Urkel, like a Canadian Steve Urkel.
Can't I be? What if the guy from Three's Company was actually gay?
yeah. Can't he be what
John
if the
Ritter?
guys from Three Company was actually gay?
Yeah.
Can't he
Okay.
be the gay John Ritter?
Yeah, exactly. He was
Okay.
pretending to be gay, which I didn't understand as a kid, but I get now.
So he could cohabitate with women.
Hmm. It was very well, well researched and thoughtful, and great positive representation.
Absolutely.
Anyway,
So we go with Royd back to Royd's special lab, where Royd explains that in the world there are science guys and there are mechanics, and that Robert's father was a science guy. His pal.
Well, no, he's talking about the astral
Yeah.
pulse thing, right? Because like he's putting he's trying to put his mech back together, and they're like kind of doing an inventory of all the pieces. He's like, "Hey, where's the astral pulse?" Which is like the thing that powers the mech, essentially.
It's a battery.
Yeah, it's like Iron Man's reactor. And so, but he says he lost it in the crash, and he hasn't been able to find it yet. And they were kind of talking about like, your dad, like, he actually made the astral pulse. Like, how was he smart enough to do that kind of thing?
well, he was like your dad's smart, but he's not he wasn't an engineer,
Yeah.
right? Was that it? He
wasn't
more of
a
a
science guy.
Yeah.
or the opposite.
Yeah, it's the opposite. He was a mechanic. He wasn't a science guy, I think.
And-
yeah, and so he's like, it's interesting that he doesn't understand how he was able to build the astral pulse. Like,
This does
'cause it's
seem
such
like
a
story
marvel.
foreshadowing. That whole first
Yeah.
episode had
Yeah,
so much
for
to
sure.
do with it.
Yeah.
That I feel like it's the MacGuffin.
Yeah, it's like an alien device or some shit.
Or the other guy made it and the dad stole it.
Granddad.
Oh, like Shroud made it?
Yeah.
Because Shroud is.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Wouldn't they have gotten it from the grandfather?
Yeah, they must
I
have,
don't
because he was the first Mecha Man.
Yeah. Huh.
So, Royd, though, says that
Alien MacGuffin, I'm calling it now.
Royd says that he's going to remake it, and Robert's like, how can you do that? You just said that only, you can't do it unless you're a science guy or a mechanic. And Royd's like, yeah, I'm both. And he reveals that sort of behind his podunk-looking mechanic shop is a super high-tech science lab.
Whoa, he's got like a Reed Richards lab.
He's been a super genius all along.
Is this like?
It's not a
this
super
like that
genius.
guy that I liked brought me to his bedroom to play Dragon Ball for the Super Nintendo, and I should have realized it was actually to have sex. Is that what's going on here?
It's the opposite of the scenario that you were just discussing, and I enjoy that the scenario is either going to be that you think someone's coming over
gonna
to have
misunderstand
sex
no
and
matter
he's
what
not,
happens.
or that someone who's coming over to have sex isn't. And every time, Johnny never gets laid. It's very sad.
And hilarious.
So so do you think that he was hit? Obviously, he was cruising Robert, right? Like that's the subtext.
No, yeah.
Huh.
In fact, I would say at
Okay, I'm writing
no
this down
point
in
do
my
I get.
Johnny's social cues notebook. Hold on.
I'll tell you what, Johnny. I'm
I
going to
like
give
that
you my
John-
pager number, and just anytime you're not sure if somebody's cruising you or not, you send me a message, okay?
Okay, buddy.
I would say
call me
every
Dr. Matt.
time you suspect someone of cruising you, ask yourself, is this just normal human behavior? It has nothing to do with them wanting to have sex, because 9 times out of 10, that's what's going to happen.
9 times out of 10.
Wow.
Are you sure? That seems high.
Well, how many times has it worked out for you so far, Johnny?
Some.
1 out of 10, would you say?
Maybe 9 times. Yeah, maybe about 1 out of 10 times.
I actually could use this service as well because I never know if someone's trying to flirt with me.
But would you know enough to check?
You're a woman, so I believe the answer is
Yeah,
always.
that's what people tell me, and then I'm like, He wasn't. He was just being nice. And they're like, no.
Do you think you'd be self-aware enough to check, Vanessa, to be like, to even text Matt?
No, I think
To
it
page
wouldn't
Dr.
occur
Every
to me
time you
until
talk
like
to
later
someone.
in the evening.
Sorry,
Yeah,
you
so you
can't
should do it
text
while
me
talking
on my
anyway.
fucking cell phone. It's page only.
Oh, sorry.
And he'll call you back at his convenience.
Hey, it's one of those alphanumeric pagers. You can send a message.
So Royd shows us his plans for the new Mecha Man suit. And he says, that last suit was your father's, but we're going to make you one of your very own. And his plan is...
I bet it's going to be blue and like real slim fitting. And I bet one hand will have like a really big blaster on it. And I bet his face will be out, but he'll have like a helmet that covers his hair.
Does he sometimes take the helmet off and his hair blows in the wind after he's defeated Dr. Shroud?
Yeah. Yeah, after he's defeated Shroud, he stands atop a building and his hair blows in the wind, and then you see him with the helmet on and you're confused. Like, he's a robot. So he's got a robot head, but sometimes he has hair. This game doesn't have enough story and I don't understand what's happening.
I think he's a cyborg. I think he was a real boy that like got blown to bits like Inspector Gadget and they rebuilt him.
Robert's
Or
I don't think
RoboCop.
so. I think he's an android.
Yeah.
Whoa. Talking about this game and speculating on what's going to happen in the rest of it makes me want to go play it right
You can't go
I
play
don't
it
wanna
right
play
now.
any more of it.
Yeah, I've had the same problem. I've been holding off. I've been edging. I've been holding off. I was gearing up to record a bonus episode. So I was already through episode 5 days before we were supposed to record that bonus when there was a sudden pivot. And I was basically told, don't play for 2 weeks.
I've played episode 5 twice, waiting for us to catch up for the show.
Which is why my level up is how I played the entirety of Hollow Knight.
Just do what I do and play Dispatch twice.
You guys
Well,
are
you told us
weirdos. I don't do
that
things twice.
we couldn't
That's-
have multiple
I did
save
tell you
files.
that.
That's
and
true.
We can.
You did gaslight us into believing we couldn't do that. Presumably so that you would be the only person who had played it twice and I guess would be the most knowledgeable, you fucking nerd.
Yep. It's very important to me to dispatch mog all of you. So after that, Robert's feeling super grateful. He heads towards his desk and he is shoulder checked by Golem. I don't know why that's in the game, really. Did you guys yell at Golem?
It doesn't lead
No.
up to
It
something
does
later,
lead up.
a confrontation with Golem
Oh,
later
yeah,
on.
that's true.
Yeah.
You have a confrontation with him in the conference room later, but
Yeah.
is that
I
affected
didn't
by
know
this?
because I just let it go.
I think
Yeah,
it's a
me
couple
too.
of incidents and like you can see him growing increasingly frustrated
Yeah, Robert is
with
getting
being
frustrated.
disrespected by
Ah.
Golem. Yeah.
Okay.
And the whole team, but Golem in this way in particular.
I like the way he kind of settles it later, but
Yeah.
we'll get there. But that was one of my favorite parts of this chapter.
Anytime that a big guy bumps into me in a hall like this, though, I'm always like,
You're always like, is he trying to have sex with me?
I need to text Matt.
555
Was
Doc
Golem
Matt.
trying to come on to Robert?
Obviously.
I think that Golem was trying to absorb Robert into his mass because he's constantly trying to make himself bigger by absorbing stuff around him. And maybe he thinks that if he absorbs enough humans, he'll become human again.
Was he human before?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Was
thought
he
someone just
animated
made him
by,
out of
like,
clay.
magic or something?
Well, no, because he had there in episode 5. There's something, a piece of personal information he reveals that, at least in one of the potential endings, where you do learn. It seems like he was a person before.
Ah.
I just assumed he was because he talks and he's like got
I assumed
consciousness
he
and
wasn't
he's like a
because he's a
person.
golem.
Mm-hmm. No, he had a full like
You think
first
he's
and
got
last
a
name.
you
I
think
think
he's
he
got
has
a scroll in his mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you read his profile, it says like he's a magical creature. But why does he have
Lots
a
of
first
things
and
have
last
first
name?
and last names. My microphone has a first and last name.
Yeah, but you
Name
wouldn't
one.
name your golem Mike.
I mean, I can't dispute that, Johnny. I would not name my golem Mike.
See,
Clay at least, you know.
My microphone is named
I
Clay
think
Earthson.
that's rude.
Golem is also like the animal whisperer in dispatching. If you send him to like animal related calls, he'll usually resolve them.
I didn't realize that.
Oh, that's good information to have. Where
Yeah,
were these
or
tips when
kaiju.
you were playing the game, Jim?
If you send him to the baby kaiju one, he'll
Yeah.
adopt it as like a
Yeah.
pet, and then that cat that tiger that's mistaken for a cat, he'll
Oh.
resolve that on his
I have to
own
play
as well, I
dispatch
think.
again.
555 Jim help if you need help playing a video game.
Matt, he was on topic and helpful. Why are you
Yeah.
making fun of him?
I wasn't making fun of him.
I don't know.
I was yes
Not a
anding
bit,
his
it's a
bit.
tip.
That was a bit. Fine. I was yes anding his tip.
I'll have my own corner called Just the Tip with Jim Banks.
That's such a good idea, dude. God damn it. You can't just pull gold out of your pocket like that and just drop it on the table and walk away. Just the tip. That's a website. Am I wrong? Just the tip. Video game tips. We'll just get AI to write it. It's fine.
I'm sure it is a website.
Yeah, Matt, see if justthetip.com is taken.
Oh, okay. Oh, no. It is. Buy a tip website. God damn it.
Then we head to our desk, and the most important meet cute of the game happens. Chase meets Beef. Because Robert has brought Beef to work with him.
Yay.
This is like one of my
Holy shit. This is the
one of
first
the
time.
funnier
That's
things.
how. Okay. I thought this happened in like the first 5 minutes of the game.
No.
No, because this is the first time he's brought Beef to work,
Yeah.
and so this is the first time that he sees him. But I like how he just instantly becomes like his protector.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think he says later, I would murder everyone here to protect this dog.
I did note that in the credits there are like a list of all the people who worked on its pets, and
I like that when game developers do that.
I think
one
it's
set of
weird.
pets is beef
Aw.
and cheddar, or beef and cheese, or beef and cheddar. So I guess it's based on a
Cute.
real dog.
From
that's
somebody
cool.
that loves Arby's.
And it
I eat so much Arby's that I eat that fucking tainted lettuce all I want. Doesn't make a difference to me.
wow.
Doesn't change the way
I
things
haven't had a
run through
salad
my
in a
body.
long time, and I miss it very much.
Oh, because of
'Cause
poo lettuce.
And now you can't have jalapenos either.
Wasn't there
I
just
heard,
another outbreak in like Michigan? Can't eat what?
There's some in Nebraska too.
I have
Jalapenos.
What did you say,
jalapenos
Vanessa?
because they
Oh,
have a
no.
salmonella outbreak associated with them. You can have them if they're cooked, but not raw.
Jim,
cooks jalapenos?
I assumed you had poo lettuce last night, and that's why you didn't feel good.
No, I just woke up yesterday and was feeling kind of blah.
Johnny, the lettuce
thought-
gives you a parasite that he wouldn't be over it if he had eaten the tainted lettuce. He would be in the hospital getting cured of the parasite. Let's just call it what it is. RFK's parasite. RFK's favorite pet.
His brain worms?
Yeah, it's like his brainworms, but this is one that he likes to keep in his gut.
Oh,
I read an article the other day that one of like RFK Jr.'s like direct reports, like someone that he appointed in his agency somewhere, is like he's another like fringe weirdo, but he told someone that he's optimized his bowel movements to the extent to where they don't smell
was
and he doesn't have to
RFK?
wipe.
He said that.
So this guy, this
I thought
No,
it was.
Oh, really? RFK?
No, it was
Okay.
not.
It was
Jim's
this other
right.
guy.
It was not RFK.
it was this other guy that said it. Who works with RFK, but like he said he's
I think
completely
I saw a
optimized
version
himself.
of that story
So,
that
like-
said it was
Oh.
RFK, and then later saw that it was not.
Yeah,
my
it was a
weightlifting
quote
teacher
from
told
another
me
guy.
something like similar about eating non-processed organic foods and how it's just like a slick missile that requires no
No,
cleaning
listen.
after. This was like 30
There
years
is
ago,
no
too.
such thing as a no wiper. I don't care who you are, and I don't care what your bowel movements look like. It doesn't exist. Wipe your goddamn ass.
I don't know, Vanessa.
Why are you so
After
mad
Jim
about
got
this?
me on these chia and flax seeds, sometimes it's been surprisingly, clean, white sheet.
That's okay.
After
You
I'm
know
like,
what?
wow,
Put
Jim
the
was
sheet
right.
down there anyway. Well,
Well, I
good. I'm
did.
glad.
I do. I'm just
I
saying,
also like
Jim's
flaxseed.
magic.
I always thought Canada
Mhm.
was a bidet country.
No. Well, maybe if
Yeah,
you
I was
have a
about
lot
to
of
say,
money.
gang, I also
Guys
don't
use
wipe my
TV.
ass, but that's because I use a bidet like a fucking adult.
I've been really circling installing a bidet in my own personal bathroom.
It's a great idea, Jim. Let me tell you something. You can be just like my brother who won't shut up about his bidet.
Amanda had one at her old house, and it was pretty cool. It had the washer and the dryer.
How
Yeah,
about we
let's move on.
Yeah, please.
Now it's time for our first dispatch shift. Let's see. Oh, no, first we have to go to Blue Blazer's office. I apologize. This is very important. We head to Blue Blazer's office, and she's like, hey, guess what? I'm sorry, Blonde Blazer. I don't know why I'm calling her Blue Blazer. Yeah, I like it too.
I like that
but
name.
she ain't blue, she's blonde. She does wear blue.
She wears blue.
She says, listen up, kiddo. I have a really good idea. How about we cut someone from the team? Robert's like, what? Or at least my Robert was. And she says,
That's
No,
a
She
I,
said,
terrible
let's
I
cut
agree.
someone from the team like I just cut
Yeah.
Phenomenon from my life.
she says it will show.
Is that what she's doing? She's trying to work through it by like getting some other
I don't
drama
know
into her
what she's
life.
doing. It's a terrible idea.
I was really excited for this because I was like, oh,
I think
Punch
it's a
Up's
good
out
idea,
of a job. Can't wait.
What?
Get him out of here.
What?
To
It's a
just
good
cut
idea.
a random
He's
Yeah,
staff
like
great
Johnny's
idea.
person
best
to
friend.
put the fear into other people.
They're all intentionally
That's true.
sucking.
They're
Like,
also all
they're not
criminals who
they're
are
not
on a
they're not trying. You have to like
rehabilitation
implement a
program.
standard.
and
You guys
are
are
not trying.
monsters. It's a bad idea. Like, you should build the team first, and then maybe look at cuts later. But it's
How
the
do you
first
build a
day.
team when they're not invested in it
Well,
at
give them
all?
a
They're not
carrot.
invested
You don't
in
have
it
to give
at
them
I mean,
all.
the
okay, he's had
stick.
one full day.
What's wrong with giving them the stick? The stick
How about
exists,
a
and I
bonus
want
for
to
the
use
top
it.
performer
Give him the
instead
stick.
of
Don't give
cutting
him the
the lowest
stick.
performer? How about that?
We don't have that in our budget.
Oh gosh. But she doesn't even present it as a budget issue. She's like, "This will make them respect you more."
Yeah.
Fuck you. You're a terrible
I
boss,
don't like
Blonde
it.
Blazer.
She is a terrible boss. She does call you into her office, her newest employee, and then immediately start trauma dumping on him about her breakup with her
Yeah,
boyfriend.
that's true. She also
Like,
talks
yeah.
about that.
add this to the HR violations ledger.
Well, that and she's cruising him. I think. Well, I should actually hold on a second.
I'm sorry? Excuse me? I'm sorry, is she
Matt?
cruising him? Because last week I was told that
Matt.
she's not cruising him. Very vehemently by all of you.
She cruising. There you go, Matt.
Y-E-S.
Yeah, she does explain that she broke up with Phenomenon in Japan over sushi, and that's why she didn't want Robert to come, because it was going to be a serious conversation. Yeah,
Also
that's
because
true.
the flight would have killed him.
I like that
Yeah.
she had Phenomenon fly all the way to Japan to dump him.
Seems like it's like a 2-minute
Yeah,
flight
that's
for that guy. He's Superman.
I'm uncomfortable with her being flown by him in his arms. She's like, well, he's faster than I am, but I don't know. That just seems
It
weird.
definitely felt like
Mm-hmm.
she didn't really like it either. Like it was just an argument that they had before that she had given in on.
Oh, okay. I thought she just liked being scooped up like Lois Lane every time they go
She
anywhere.
does like that.
I'll talk to her and find out and get back to you guys and let you know.
So there's no way out of
honey.
this.
Hey, babe, I have a question for you.
You can sort of object. I said I didn't think it was a good idea, and she's like, well, I already told them that you're cutting one of them, so too bad, so sad. Go have a great shift. So when we start our shift, everyone is really pissed off, and understandably so.
Yep. What a terrible manager. As I said, bad manager. Not because she's a woman. I'm not saying women always are bad managers. Some are very good.
I wasn't thinking that you were saying that until you started defending yourself before anybody said it.
Never
And now
say
I am thinking.
Not saying that she did it because she
Is it
was on her
because you
period.
think she's too emotional?
It doesn't matter. All that matters is I get to cut fucking Punch Up, and he annoys me, and I'm looking forward to this.
I was looking forward to cutting Flambe. You out of here, Flambe. Sachet away.
Wow, racist.
Against flame people? Okay.
Yeah, against flamers.
Whoa! He is gay, but still.
Is he
Yeah.
gay?
Is he?
Yeah.
Is he? Or, I mean, I don't know. Vanessa,
yeah,
is he?
Johnny,
No,
is it something you
Johnny-
convinced
Johnny-
Correct.
yourself
He
of?
does reference being gay more than once.
Okay.
He's flaming. So when we get to work, everybody is upset about the upcoming cuts, and they express being upset by finding out that they're going to cut whoever's at the bottom of the leaderboard by attempting to sabotage each other the whole shift. Which is kind of
This is
really annoying.
fucking annoying.
Basically, whenever
Yeah.
you send them out in pairs, one of them will try to sabotage another one. I had Flambe get locked into an isolation tank.
I had that. Maybe, was it Flambe? I don't know. Somebody
They
did.
had, let's see, with Sonar, they played
Oh, Cooper is playing Spelunky too, huh?
with,
I'm
Busted.
trying to get stills to send you of my episode 5. You know what? I shouldn't even bother.
with Sonar, someone plays, I think Prism sets up to play a really loud, obnoxious noise that disrupts his hearing. What were some of the other ones? Help me out here, guys.
If
I wish I
Visigal ditches she just doesn't. She refuses to work at some point.
I think the doing this by whoever's at the bottom of the leaderboard thing is a bad idea. And that doesn't really work, you know? It should, the leaderboard for this group should start fresh for this shift to determine who we're going to cut so that I can cut Punch Up with a clean conscience, you know?
Yeah, because when we start, Invisigal is at the bottom of the leaderboard. Which, fair enough, she blasted old Granny with her, or his own blast gun, I guess.
She
Who
stopped that
hasn't
robbery.
blasted a granny?
Oh,
Me?
I noticed that nobody's raising their hand. Jim, that sounded very
well,
suspicious.
Jim knows it's in his future someday.
Jim, if your stepson was to impregnate a girl this summer, would you start referring to your fiance as a grandmother in your lovemaking?
Sexy Granny?
Moving on.
We would
But
have to.
yes.
Would we have to start calling her the official sexy grandma of the podcast?
Oh, man.
She
Sexy
would
grandma
love that,
personified.
you know? I feel like that's,
Yeah.
it would just bring her a lot of joy. So,
I don't
Yeah.
remember a lot of these sabotages, by the way.
I just don't. I played this weeks ago, so I'm sorry, Vanessa. I wish I could contribute more, but it's been too long. That's why I'm saving the rest of it until we're actually recording that.
there was one that I enjoyed where
episode.
we get a phone call from someone saying that there's a drug deal going down and probably send the Bat guy because he seemed
Oh,
like
yeah.
he'd be good at that. And that is
He does. Yeah, I mean,
He is an expert in drug deals.
he has knowledge.
But it is a setup
Yep.
from Prism to get Sonar to get back on cocaine, I think.
Yeah.
And I think with Malevola, they like stick some cultists on her who are worshiping her or something like that. There's just a whole lot of shenanigans. Nobody is innocent of setting someone else up, and no one is spared being shenaniganized. Happily, every time they're shenaniganized, we can take an action to hopefully free them from whatever's going on. But if we pick wrong, they are injured, which is very, very irritating. They also don't go on the job then with the other person, and that can lead to a high failure rate.
Which I had for sure.
Oh yeah, I did terrible for most of so far most of the game. I did well. Yeah, I did well for the second part of this episode, but not the first part. I think was the worst. Is the worst I've done at this game. Is this first part where they're all sabotaging each other?
But we get through the shift, and Robert is not happy. So he calls everyone to the conference room. This is where Golem shows up late, and Robert gets upset with Golem, and you can...
Well, Golem walks in, and as he's walking in, he shoves
Yeah.
Robert, and Robert like flies across the room into some chairs, and then he tells everyone to sit, and Golem doesn't, so he says, "Have a seat."
Yeah.
And he throws a chair at him
I
that
think
he
there's
absorbs into his chest.
You can throw a chair at him. I think it's
Yeah,
an
you
option.
can. There's another
Oh,
option.
I absolutely threw the chair at
threw
him
the
as
chair
well.
at him.
I also threw the chair as well.
And he yells, "Have a seat." And then Golem does say, "I will sit on the floor," which he does. And
Yeah.
Now, I really like Golem. Golem, my favorite character in the Z Squad. But Golem is voiced by Young Gravy, who we talked about last time, but I listened to some Young Gravy music out of curiosity. I think he makes me feel like an old man. Like he's a young 20-something with an obnoxious haircut and annoying mustache. And one of his lines in his song is about how he likes ladies like gobbling on his knob. And I don't like people using that term. And frankly, that young man should get a haircut. But he's also he does a lot of tracks with Baby No Money, who I really like. BBNO $. And Vanessa thinks that that's the cat walking across the keyboard, but that is what they're called. But their songs with that guy suck.
oh, well, I'm sorry that Young Gravy is not for you.
But I like them otherwise.
Except as a voice actor.
Yeah. Yeah, I like
I
the
will
character.
agree that I don't find the term gobbling on knob to be appealing.
Sound like the old people podcast now.
I'm just saying you should get a haircut and talk more respectfully.
Jim, we
Pull up
talked
his
about our bowel
pants.
movements for 5 solid minutes earlier. We have already crossed the fucking Rubicon
Yeah.
into
we
old
have.
person podcast territory.
So Robert gives an inspiring speech.
There are a couple things I want to call out that dialogue in between characters here, because like everyone's kind of at each other's throats.
Yes.
And at one point, who's the color lady? The
Prism.
Prism jumps up and threatens Punch Up, but she does it with one of who's the knife
Coop.
girl? Croup. I always forget. Croup.
Oh, yeah. Coop.
Uses one of Croup's knives,
Coop.
and Croup says, "Ask next time," and she says, "Shut up, you butter knife bitch." that made me laugh.
That's a real Young Gravy
And,
line right there.
And then Robert also calls Prism Nicki Mirage and calls her Cardi C, which also made me laugh. I like a lot of Robert's casual insults. Like they're always really biting.
Robert's a funny guy.
Yeah. That butter knife
So what
bitch
kind
made me
of
laugh.
speech did you give to these guys? Basically, you can tell them about the phoenix and how the phoenix rises from the ashes, and then you can tell them you're all pieces of shit, or you all
Or your phoenixes,
have or your
or
phoenixes,
you can
your
say they're all burnt. I think you're all burnt up.
yeah, you're all burnt up
I
piles of ashes.
I went for, was it burnt piles of shit? That's what I went with.
Yeah.
I did phoenixes. I was trying to be inspiring.
He turns it into inspiration. He starts like
He
it
does.
Yeah.
I think the meat of the speech, like the part you don't get to pick, where he's talking about potential, like that's kind of like the
Yeah.
centerpiece of his speech. Is he's like, you all have potential, which is like a curse, because it's like it's
The most wasted thing in the world.
yeah, it's if you have potential, it means it's unrealized. And so that's kind of what he's trying to communicate, is like, I'm trying to help you realize your inherent potential so that people won't look at you and think about all the things you could be capable of, because you'll already be doing them. Which I thought was a really inspiring speech.
And it works because in the next shift, the sabotage has stopped.
This is where my first or the first exposure I remember getting to Punch Up and Kroop's like friendship. If
Yeah.
you send them to the underground fighting ring together, you'll get like a cool. Sometimes you get those special animations when you pair the characters up correctly and send them to the right job. You get like a cool animation of them winning the underground fighting tournament.
Really?
Like they don't go to break it up. They go and they compete in it and win if you pair them together, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, you have an option there, I think. You can either go break it up or compete in it.
Yeah.
I did go break it up. But now I kind of wish I'd send Punch Up
I
and
did
Kroop
too.
together.
I'm a nerd. People shouldn't be
You broke
fighting.
it up. Yeah, no underground fighting rings, please. Anything else that's interesting? There is a cultist of Chad around, which sometimes gets referred to as the cult of Chad. And Malevola is a great person to send on those assignments because she basically just like goes and scares them by being an actual demon, as opposed to whatever Chad is.
Flambe finally gets his flying license, and that really ups his mobility.
Yeah.
Oh man, that makes him so much more useful.
I never remembered to
I don't know about you guys,
change
but
Bat Guy into the Bat form to move faster. I never remember to do that.
I always forgot to.
I don't know about you guys, but my strategy has been to just kind of focus on a stat for each of them for the most part, so that I can really cover the board by sending more than one person.
I try to keep them like
Yeah.
I have a couple of good stats just to keep them a bit, well, not totally all neutral, identical, but to focus on what they're good at, but give them some edge on other skills too.
So I've got Invisigal is like really smart, and Coop obviously is high mobility. Golem is high defense. Punch Up is high offense.
I gave Golem a bunch of charisma points, and he's like, I can send him pretty much anywhere.
Wow.
He has like decent combat. He's got really good vigor, and with that extra charisma, he's probably like one of the more versatile characters that I have. I can seriously send him pretty much anywhere.
He also has, I think you need to train him first, but he gets an ability where he fills out any leftover empty slots with himself.
Yeah, he has to level
Which
up
then-
enough times or something.
Yeah.
There's a Malevola
then
skill
that-
too, where she'll give you I think it's a Malevola skill where if she has a successful job, then she'll be able to tell you what the stats in the next job that you need to accommodate for are. So it'll tell you like it'll like tell you explicitly, these are the stats you need to have to win this job.
She also has a healing ability, so if you do get a party member injured, you can send them on a job with her and she'll heal them.
Oh, that's cool. That sounds useful.
Yeah, I think I also gave Golem some charisma. I use Prism as my main charisma person,
Yeah.
but it's always good to have a backup because you never know when you send someone who's like your go-to charisma person, and then the next mission that pops up is like, go do a news interview.
Yeah.
So it's really helpful to have at least 2 characters with high in each stat,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. So after that successful shift near the end, Invisigal just kind of takes off. She's like, I'm done for the day. Goodbye.
She quits. She figures she's cut. So what's the point?
Yep. So she goes off to the park to smoke and sulk.
It's okay though. She does give the cigarette back to kids, but that's where she got it from in the first place.
I don't think that someone with an asthma problem like Invisigal should be smoking in the first
I've
place. But
known
then again,
plenty of people with
I don't think
asthma who
anyone should
also
be
smoke.
smoking
The
in the first
nanny
place.
stayed at work. I don't think you should do that, and therefore I'll make it illegal.
Saying that I'm going to force her not to, though I would if I had the power. But, you know, I'm just saying I don't think it's a good idea.
One time I offered to
So
give Vanessa the One Ring, and she got real scary. She was like, yes, I can change the world. Remember that, Vanessa?
Yeah, she was like she was in
I
negative
just
light
thought
or
that
something.
everyone might love me and fear me, and it would be amazing.
It would be amazing.
But in the end, I did decline Johnny's ring.
Yeah.
And that's why she still lives in the States.
Mhm. That was before I knew he had dual citizenship.
And the One Ring.
And the One Ring. So, Robert phones Invisigal while she's sitting in the park sulking. And he's like, what are you doing? And she said, well, I'm just, I quit. And he said, you're giving up because you think you know the outcome, but you don't. And she talks about how she knew she was always destined to be a villain because she has villain powers. Her powers are only good for letting her steal things and watch celebrities have sex, she says.
That's crazy. One of the most famous superheroines in the world is, of course, the Invisible Woman, Sue Richards, whose whole power is turning invisible.
And
That's not her
and
whole
force
power, and you
fields.
know it.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
And
She has force fields.
That's a
Chevy
later
Chase
invention,
was in
just to give her
Memoirs of
more.
an Invisible Man, and he's a good man. He's a good guy.
Oh, Johnny.
What
Johnny,
has
Johnny,
Chevy
Johnny.
Chase ever done wrong?
Name one bad thing Chevy Chase has ever said.
Yeah. Yeah, name it. Word for word right now on the podcast.
I see you're trying to get me canceled again.
Maybe a little.
We don't know what kind of media they have in this world, so maybe the Fantastic Four don't exist in this world.
Yeah.
In fact, I would venture to say in a world with superheroes, there'd be less superhero media. Actually, that makes no sense. There'd
Yeah,
be
there'd be
much
way
more.
more.
It would basically be like
Think about how
cop
cheap it would
shows.
be to film.
Yeah. Yeah, or just like sitcoms about superheroes, things like that.
Has there ever
you
been a
wouldn't ever need to
sitcom
do
about
world building
superheroes?
to
There's
explain.
got to have been a sitcom about superheroes, right?
They had didn't Marvel have that damage control show that they did for a minute?
No.
Maybe.
Or maybe that was in development and then they canceled it.
There was talk for a
WandaVision
while.
was famously a sitcom.
Yeah, kind of. There was talk for a while that Warner Brothers was going to do like a DC workplace sitcom about, I think, the Daily Planet, but then it never happened.
I would have watched
That
that.
sounds boring.
I would have watched it too,
Yeah.
but it probably would have been set in like the Snyderverse version, so it would have been real dour and shitty. Superman just killed a man again right in front of us.
Yeah.
Batman's on the roofs just
Guess we better
rage
write
shooting
Batman
about it
shot a
every
guy with a
night.
gun.
The Flash ran into a woman in the
So-
street and she exploded.
Well, Invisigirl is talking about her fate. You can give her a pep talk. I chose to tell her she's like, it's written in the stars. And I told her, fuck the stars.
That's what I said too.
Yeah, because fuck the
Yeah.
stars.
Fuck the stars.
Fuck them.
Big balls of gas, whatever.
The stars of Taskmaster in particular. Am I right, Vanessa? Oh!
Hey.
Oh!
No, there's a difference between fuck the stars and star fucking.
Yeah. And she's like not really buying it, but then you get an alert that there is a robbery at a jewelry store nearby. And she's like, I don't want to go. I quit. But you convince her to sort of take one for the road and end on a high. And you send her to the jewelry store where her old nemesis, guy whose name I can't
Is it
remember,
Lightning
is.
Struck?
Oh yeah.
Lightning Struck, that's his name.
It's right here in your notes, Vanessa.
Oh, I wasn't looking at my notes. So Lightning Struck is robbing the jewelry store. You send Invisigal in. There's some shenanigans with hacking. Usually on these Invisigal missions, we have to do some hacking support. First, we get the cameras online, and then the lights go off, and we turn them on again to temporarily blind Lightning Struck so Invisigal can kick his ass.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hacking
Which
here.
Yeah, there's lots of hacking. Do you guys have timed hacking on or off?
On.
I don't know you. I didn't know you could turn it off.
Yeah, you can turn it off.
I turned it off.
You can turn off that timer and have as many tries as you want.
It's not all hacking
that's what I'm doing.
scenarios are timed.
Yeah.
No, they're not. But in the instances when they
Oh,
are,
wait. I don't think I've turned that off. I remember being timed. I always come in right under the wire. It gives you just
Yeah,
enough time.
it's thrilling.
Yeah.
But if you want a more relaxing gameplay, you can turn off the timer.
Is this the one where it introduces the viruses for the first time? Or the antivirus things?
I
that
believe
we're
it does. I believe you're right,
Yeah.
because I was thinking the same thing, and that is annoying.
Those things stress me out.
Yeah.
I actually may have failed this particular one because of those fucking viruses.
Yeah, they can be pretty annoying.
So what happens, Vanessa?
So she manages to defeat Lightning Struck and brings him back to headquarters. And everyone there is cheering and clapping. And Robert's like, oh, why is everyone cheering and clapping? And Blonde Blazer explains you had your microphone on broadcast to everyone. So everyone heard everything that you said to her, as well as you talking her through this mission. And they're all very proud of her now.
Aw.
Yeah. Robert's a little embarrassed, but she also said that one guy shared a bunch of sensitive medical information once over the mic, so it's nothing to be that embarrassed about. And we look at the leaderboard. Invisigal is still at the bottom, and Blonde Blazer's like, time to come to my office, figure out who's getting cut from the team. And we go in, and she says, okay, do you want to cut Sonar or Coop? And he's like, what about Invisigal? She's at the bottom. And Blonde Blazer explains that she's actually not. The board only updates every hour, and that by bringing in Lightning Struck, she has risen in the ranks. So now we have a decision. Are you going to cut Sonar, the Batman, or Coop, the Knife Lady?
Top up, right? It's going to let me cut the guy I want to cut in this situation, right?
His name's Punch Up, and again, you can cut whoever you want, as long as whoever you want to cut is Coop or Sonar.
I cut Sonar.
What a fucking letdown to not let me cut the person I want to cut.
It was disappointing.
Who are you
I
going to cut?
really wanted to cut Flambe.
Oh, yeah. And obviously, Jim wanted to cut Invisigal. He hates her.
I think I probably would have cut Flambe, actually. I did not. Yeah. He was kind of like the one I relied on the least.
Yeah, he's really just combat focused, and he also, I think, causes the most derision on the
I
team.
think that
Like he's just an
I think
asshole.
that I can see why, for story reasons, like Flambe, you kind of have the secret where like that you are responsible for knocking his tooth out, and
What?
yeah, like we don't. So I can see why they're kind of the game is kind of like you can't cut Flambe, but like why not punch up?
Yeah.
I cut
I like
Sonar,
Punch Up.
and I was not happy about it, but I like Coop.
Does this imply that Matt wants to cut me from the podcast?
Do you think that you're the
No, that I'm the punch up.
Huh. Yeah. No, if Matt cut anyone from the podcast, it would definitely be me, so I don't think so.
Okay.
You're both wrong. Jim, would you like to try and give it a try? Would you like to give it a shot? Jim, who's left that I would cut from this podcast?
Johnny.
You failed at your assignment, Jim, and that's why I have bad news.
we're not hiring.
Thank you for coming through all 75 of our interviews and doing the 3-hour assignment that definitely wasn't free work for our company. These cabinets are so filed.
I decided that I wasn't going to cut anyone and just let the dialogue option run out because I'm like, surely
Coward's
if
way
I
out.
let this time out, then...
Coward's way out. You chose not to make a decision knowing the game would make the decision for you.
No, I didn't know that. This was the first time this happened to me. So I thought that if I let it time out, then I would get like, in a Dark Pictures game, not saying something is a
Yeah.
choice.
Mhm.
And so I thought maybe she'd be like, oh, you really don't want to cut someone. Okay, you don't have to. But instead, the way this game works is if you don't say anything, it picks for you. And it picked Sonar for me, which I was upset with because I liked Sonar a lot. I would have kept him at this point. As the game progressed, I came to love Coop, so I'm glad that I was forced into the decision.
I decide
But maybe if I had kept Sonar, I would have come to love him.
Teddy. In the Teddy and Johnny reality, we cut Sonar, but in the Johnny reality, I wanted to do different choice, so I cut Coop.
Wow.
Mm. Tell us about how Coop takes it, Johnny.
She's pretty mad, as always. I feel like Sonar took it way worse, though. Like, she just kind of walks out, and then
Yes.
Sonar's mad because they're friends.
He
Mhm.
straight up threatens you too. He says, "Watch your back."
Yeah, he turns into a bat and he crashes out of the window.
But I mean, he also threatens you because he's friends with Coop. Like,
Right.
so you cut his friend,
Oh, I see.
I believe.
Oh.
Isn't that right? Or is he friends with Malevola? No, he's friends with Malevola. He's friends with one, though.
Malevola is his sponsor.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
So
Maybe
if
I'm mixing
you
things up.
if you cut him, she gets super pissed.
She.
Punch Up is friends with Coop.
Punch Up is friends with Coop. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so it must have been Punch Up who was mad. Yeah, someone was mad, but she was just kind of walked out. She's like, whatever. She doesn't make as
Oh.
big a stink as Sonar did.
Did she leave something behind for you?
Oh, did she? I don't remember.
Sonar takes off his necktie and throws it down on the table.
Oh, yes.
Turns into
she
a giant
leaves one of
bat.
your knives, which you put into your mug at work as like a keepsake.
Mm-hmm. Robert pins Sonar's necktie to his bulletin board. And I guess it's like a trophy of firing him. It's kind of weird.
No, I think it's
And,
a reminder that that like they're all like individuals, and like he's not. I think he's showing respect for Sonar by doing that.
And that's the end of chapter 3. Except that we see the ranking board does level up, and Invisigal is standing next to it and sees that she's not at the bottom, and she takes out her cell phone and takes a picture of it.
And and she
smiles
sees
to
Robert
herself.
watching her, and she gets embarrassed and becomes invisible.
Oh right, Coop does.
That was like
throw
such the perfect ending.
Coop does throw a knife at Robert, and he dodges it, and everyone's like, "Wow, nice reflexes." Yeah, so she does try to kill him a little.
Yeah, just
And that's what he keeps as the keepsake.
Smash Cut 2, Chapter 4, with the most upsetting chapter opening.
Oh my gosh,
The
there's
best
nudity.
Chapter opening of all. This is when
I was playing this
Switch-
at the office and had to turn the volume way down.
Yeah, the kids were in their rooms while I was playing this, and I had to turn it off and wait until later to finish it. This is the first time that the Switch censorship, the black bar censorship, really fucking annoyed me. Did I look up these scenes and watch them online? Maybe. I just wanted to see what I was missing.
Yeah, we see Invisigal. She is in bed. She is nearing her pinnacle and is sort of flashing in and out of visibility as she holds and releases her breath. And who is she in bed with? Why, only Robert Robertson III himself.
Whoa. She's having a sex dream.
About her boss.
Yeah, it's all a dream. About her boss. She wakes up, she laughs to herself, and she heads off to the office.
Does she laugh to herself? I remember her being kind of disturbed and unhappy about this dream.
I think it was sort of a rueful laugh, maybe. Then we smash cut to the S&D office, where we see Phenomenon on TV, and he is super depressed.
He's holding up traffic by just
he's holding up traffic,
solemnly walking in the middle of the road. He's walking like George Michael does when he's sad from Arrested Development.
And he's walking down the middle of the freeway.
Yeah.
Just like, ugh. And we cut to Royd's lab, where we have a little test of one of the, what's it called? The Doohingy MacGuffin?
His new astral key, astral pulse.
The astral pulse, yeah. And it does not work. Invisigal comes in, and she's acting a little weird.
Acting awkward.
She's super awkward. Royd calls it out. He's like, there's like a weird energy between the two of you right now, and I don't know what that's about. And she's sort of like challenging Robert and getting up in his space. And she says that Blonde Blazer has asked Robert to head to her office. So we do. And this, again, I imagine, is another frustrating scene for Matt, because Blonde Blazer is changing into her fancy dress.
Yet another HR violation as she changes in front of Robert and absolutely turns around with a nip totally out.
That was an accident.
It's not totally out. It's just a little bit of areola.
Johnny, it may have been an accident, but it should not have gotten to that point in the first place. This is an office.
Hey, I've seen plenty of nips at my workplace.
You work from home.
I did used to work at a theater. No, I mean, that was, back in my theater
What's
days.
going
Everyone's
on
naked
around
all
there?
the time. No one cares.
Matt, I put the chaotic censorship picture for that up on the group chat.
Cool.
Oh, let's have a look. Describe it for us, Matt.
It's Blonde Blazer with her blue costume and her mask on. And where her nip has slipped out of her dress, there is a orange cat face.
It's not just any orange cat face. It's the face of the orange cat mascot who works as a dispatcher.
I don't know what you're talking about, so...
Yeah, that cat mascot.
In the
walks
office,
around
there's
the
an
asphalt.
employee who is a cat mascot who walks around and works at the office.
I feel like I would have noticed that if that was true. Jim, back me up.
His name is Mr. Whiskey.
Jim, you have failed the assignment once again. I need to see you in my office.
Jim and
Mr. Whiskey,
Vanessa,
really?
Jim,
Not
Vanessa,
Mr.
and
Whisker?
I.
It's Whiskey.
Yeah.
Mr.
This is not a professionally run organization.
Well, they do seem to allow a lot of dating in their organization. Like,
You can't really stop your
Manage-
employees from
Professional
dating.
about Mr. Whisky.
Mr. Whisky.
That's just his name.
Yeah. Is he a man in a suit, or is he like a giant?
Actually, I was
Stuffed
just
animal.
reading the like wiki entry for Mr. Whiskey, and nobody knows if like if it's a suit or if like that's actually what they look like. It's suspected that it's a person in a suit, but nobody knows who it is.
Nobody knows like
Um,
in universe, or nobody knows like the players of the game.
In universe, nobody knows. Apparently, Jacksepticeye gave an interview where he said that the developers told him like Mr. Whiskey's backstory because they had done one for him, but he forgot what it was. So
That sounds true
So
and not
he
made
can't
up at
tell
all,
me what-
Jacksepticeye. I just can't remember,
I don't
man.
know.
Mr. Whisky. What else do you need to know?
Lots of things.
It's your coworker. Do you need to know if all your coworkers are human?
No.
I don't know how to answer that question, and I feel like any way I answer it, I'm gonna get slammed. So I gotta run to the bathroom or something.
The Mr. Whiskey icon kind of looks like the warrior cat picture that is right above it.
Maybe Mr. Whiskey's a warrior
Yeah.
cat. Maybe that's his backstory.
Okay, that could be it.
He's Fireheart.
Yeah, or Meowser Ball. Or Chuffin's Tail.
Are these
We're
other
not getting
warrior
through
cats?
the fifth. We're not getting through the fifth episode, are we?
Yep.
It's not happening.
No.
God. Okay.
I was surprised how quickly Invisigal tells Robert about the sex dream.
Oh, me
thought she
too.
would
Doesn't she-
mention it.
Doesn't she
This
follow him
scene,
to the bathroom?
Yeah, she like
Yeah.
confronts him in the bathroom. This scene made me laugh so fucking hard because when Invisigal tells him that she had a dream where they had sex, you get to choose how to respond, and one of the responses you can pick is "I hope I wore a condom." And so Robert says that, and she just immediately goes "fuck you." It's such a funny, and they say it like so fucking fast, like it's such a funny like little bit of banter that they have. Crack me up.
It does remind me a bit of the Office's parking lot because Phenomena Man is out there sitting on someone's Firebird, which is a lot like
Yeah.
the Firebird what's his face has, except it's a different color.
Yeah.
Was
Dwight.
it Michael that had the Firebird, or was it
Phenomenon's-
Dwight? It was one of them.
Is Dwight.
Dwight did. Michael had a
Sitting on it.
Sebring.
He's sort of like
Mhm.
crashed into it. You know,
He's
it's
like laying
totally,
spread eagle
the
on the
front is
hood.
totally crumpled
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
And I
And you go to give him a pep talk at Blonde Blazer's request, and she also wants you to tell him to stop sending edible arrangements to her.
He only
that
sends
are
her
just
melon.
That sounds
I was
amazing.
Waterboy on this. I would eat
Yeah.
the hell out of a melon edible arrangement.
Yeah. No, I agree with you
Mm-hmm.
100%. You send me an edible arrangement that's all fucking like strawberries, and I'm going to be like, cool, what am I supposed to do with all these? You send me an edible arrangement that's all honeydew and cantaloupe, and I'm going to be eating it for days.
Yeah, Matt and I will just be happily gobbling on them melons.
having a melon party.
Yeah, exactly. So I did like the one piece of dialogue you can say, because he's like, well, as if there's someone else. And Robert's like, well, maybe there is, maybe there isn't. That's up to her. It's not your business.
You can
I like that.
can decide to tell her that you tried to kiss her, if you tried to kiss her, or that you did kiss her. I kind of don't remember. Which I did.
I didn't.
But I did not.
Probably a good
Tell
idea.
him.
What do you mean? You did tell him, but you didn't try to kiss her, or you did kiss her, but you didn't
Well, the
tell
first
him?
latter.
one you said wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
That doesn't track.
I assume if you do tell him, you're gonna end up with like a hole in your head, like certain
Yeah.
character with in The Boys.
Mm-hmm.
I like
Yeah.
I like this scene when Phenomenon like thinks to himself, maybe there's somebody else. He like sits up and he's like, maybe she met someone else, an actual person. And he's like, I'm not a person. I just resemble one anatomically. I thought that was funny.
Aw.
Yeah. He does say that he's so depressed that he might just fly into the sun and explode it to destroy all of Earth, and you're like, please don't do
Mhm.
that. But then he gets a little jolt of inspiration from Robert's pet talk. So he sits up very quickly and sends shards of glass flying right into Robert's chest. And I think he hugs him afterwards, right?
Oh, and that's what leads to because he has to go to the bathroom to pick glass out of his chest, and that's what leads to
Yeah.
his gal.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sorry,
Mhm.
I got the order of events wrong.
That's okay. So after Invisigal harasses him in the bathroom, it is time for a shift.
Okay, note: telling coworkers about your sex dream about them is harassment. Okay, sorry, I'm just updating my notebook.
No, that's a great note to take. And in fact, every listeners, if you're in a safe place where you can write a little note to yourself right now, do that. Just take a note.
Okay.
Don't leave it out where your coworkers can see it, because that could also be harassment.
Write it on your hand so that eventually the sweat from your nervousness, your flop sweat, will just wash it away.
Once if you shake hands with them,
But we'll only
and
watch
then they
part
have
of it.
like the imprint of that on their hand, and then they look at it in
But
the
it
mirror
just
and they're
says
like,
sex dream. All that comes across
What
is
if it just
sex
washes
dream.
away the don't part? So then you look down and it says, tell coworkers your sex dream. And you're like, oh, well.
What if they forget the handshake and they just think that this is like advice from God? So they start going around
Yeah.
really
Telling
ruining
everyone.
their life. But who knows? Maybe somebody will really appreciate it. Maybe Flambe would be like, really?
Mm-hmm. Good to know. Of course you
Don't
did.
do the accent.
Naturally.
Don't do the accent.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So during our shift, let's see, anything stood out to any of you?
let's look through
Nothing
this
really
list
stood out
here.
to me in
You
these.
assemble some furniture, you walk some dogs.
Oh, I did like assembling the furniture. That made me laugh.
That's part of a whole cycle,
Yeah.
right? First you help people move,
Mhm.
and then they call you back and they're like, hey, you guys
I think I
left, but
failed
we
all
have some
these.
furniture to assemble.
I think I failed all of these.
Yeah, they actually have really high requirements.
Mhm.
I sent Punch up to move the furniture. He seemed like the right choice.
I think
I think I did
Golem's
too, and
the
I think he
right
failed.
choice.
Golem's almost always the right choice.
Yeah, he's the right choice a lot of the time. There's a brawl at the football game, and there's a substitute teacher, and you can send the ones who will like have the most positive impact. I didn't fail that one. You want to teach them the right things, not the wrong lessons.
There's dog walking, which I assume is something that Golem would be good at again.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. He's just always choose Golem.
Alright. Yep. Then it's our break time. We head to the break room where we find Flambe harassing poor innocent water boy.
Why is he such a jerk?
I don't know, he
He's a dick.
sucks, and I'm so mad that I didn't get to cut
Cat's
him.
back.
He's like calling Waterboy names, and then he
knocks
throws.
a bunch of Chinese food on him.
Yeah, and Waterboy's just like, oh, okay, I guess I'll just go clean this up. I'm Waterboy.
You really liked that, didn't you, Vanessa?
Yeah, I liked it a lot. And so then Robert decides to retaliate, and you can either throw some noodles on Flambe or a smoothie.
Ooh, I threw noodles at him.
Yeah, they
So
use
did
noodles.
I.
Threw
as
the
Nice.
noodles
worse.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was just, because first you say to him, like, how would you feel if you had to walk around with, like,
With shit
food
all over you all day.
And, yeah, and he's like, that would never happen to me. So you throw the noodles, he's about to flame you, but Blonde Blazer comes in, and she's like, did you eat my lunch?
Which is
Why would you do
a
that?
weird assumption to make
Why
because
is
he's
so much
covered in it. And it must be
Yeah.
all over the floor.
She thinks that he ate it so like violently and sloppily that most of it is just all over him. And he just goes, I was hungry. And he leaves. He doesn't admit that Robert threw the noodles at him. I guess because it would make him look like too much of a noodle
Mhm.
fool. Then it's time for our second shift. This is where we have the baby kaiju. We mentioned that a
Baby
little before.
kaiju.
Yeah, I like so when Golem adopts it, you get one of those like animation card things that says it shows Golem that says new mom underneath.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Oh man, I want to play it again. I want to see Golem be the new mom. Oh my gosh. And I don't really have anything to say about this particular shift. I think it's pretty straightforward.
There's an
one.
assassination attempt that I failed to stop.
Oh no!
Oh, I
what
completed
happened?
that one.
The guy died.
Yeah, what does
That's
happen?
what happens when you fail to
This
stop
guy's
an
important
assassination.
though. This is a guy you have to bodyguard for.
And there's
also,
still
right?
He's dead.
Mr. Vanderstank missions afterwards. So I don't understand. Like, you failed the assassination, or to protect him, but I don't think he dies because they keep talking about him.
I don't think he
afterwards.
dies. Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, we have a lot of missions for this particular rich guy.
Yeah.
Who Sonar idolizes. I guess it's like an Elon Musk. kind
Oh,
of
that's
thing.
does
right.
he?
Yeah.
Oh. I always have Coop talking about how he's right to be paranoid and everyone wants to kill him. And she's a former assassin, so she would know. And then, at the end of the shift, we get to choose someone to join our team. Because now that we've cut someone, we get to add a new recruit. We have an open slot.
Ooh, who'd you guys pick?
I hate this.
Well, the choices that we're given are the Depressed Phenomenon or Waterboy.
It's obvious.
Water
right?
boy, water boy, water
One
boy.
has
I chose
real
Waterboy, and I
superhero
feel like
powers, and
Real.
one is Waterboy.
Waterboy has powers. He can regurgitate water out of his mouth.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
if you're gonna why would you not choose Phenomenon unless you want to sexually
unstable.
harass your new
Waterboy.
hire,
He's
Vanessa?
mentally unstable.
He just told me he was going to blow up the sun.
I chose Waterboy too, and I'm not happy about it. I wish I had Phenomenon on my team.
It's pretty fun. Like I think you'll like the dialogue stuff that comes up with Phenomenon. It's pretty great.
But I
He
don't
just
have
wants
He
him
to
on
doesn't
my
your
have
best friend.
Phenomenon.
Okay. Cool.
But again, he chose Waterboy.
I'm sorry.
I actually, because I've played this game twice now, I did
Whoa.
both. But my first time I did choose Waterboy because I felt like personality was the most important thing, and Phenomenon seemed like a maniac.
I have a large
And
cat
he's
in my
not
lap,
human.
and he's digging in his claws. It to be
Congratulations.
pretty hard.
That's his prerogative. He's your
He
cat.
loves
Probably
it.
get
He's
them cut,
purring.
you know?
No, they're trimmed. It's actually not. I'm not hurt by it.
I like that. I like Waterboy's his like eager when he puts himself in jobs and he gets like a +1 to like the highest stat for. I think it's either his highest stat or the highest stat needed for the call. I think.
Yeah.
And so like he can actually be pretty effective and he levels up pretty fast. So you can
He
like
does.
really quickly give him a specialty if you want.
I did,
but
but I don't remember
find
what it
him
was.
I find him to be like really versatile. Like he's another one like Golem. He's almost like he's versatile in the ways that he's like the opposite of Golem for me. Kind of. I gave him like all the stats that Golem doesn't have, so he's kind of like an all-arounder that I can just kind of send anywhere.
For Phenomenon, he can pick up and carry. Like the first thing he unlocks is to pick up and carry teammates to an
Oh.
event to get there a lot faster. That's useful.
He can also give them like a boost in experience and things like that, so they rest more quickly and I think gain more XP. But he does have a downside, which is if a mission is failed, he gets too depressed to go on.
Hmm.
Oh my
And
gosh, he
so
like
then
KOs
he'll-
himself.
Yeah, pretty much.
He doesn't KO, but he goes back to base. Like if he's out on an assignment, he goes back to base and enters depression mode, which is just like a really long rest period.
Oh.
But if he's not depressed, he recovers from a mission faster than anyone else.
Okay, that's cool. I like water
That
boy.
either one of them is like a good choice. There's not really a bad choice. They both have their pluses and minuses.
I think too. If you cut Croup from the team, like if you keep her on, she has that synergy with Punch Up. But I think if you cut her, Water Boy will get synergy with Punch Up, I believe.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So far, no one's got synergy with Phenomenon. Someone has to. I have to figure out.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like Invisigal won't work with him.
Like she refuses to go on missions with him, or
yeah, I think at least that happened once where she's like, nope.
oh, interesting. Well, he's a total nerdlinger.
Yeah, he is.
And that's the that's the end of chapter 4. And now we have a big conundrum. Do we do chapter 5 tonight, or do we try to do chapters 5, 6, 7, and 8 next week?
It's hard to say because I haven't played 6, 7, or 8.
There's a third option that you're leaving out as well.
Yeah, I think it's the third option, Vanessa.
Which is 5,
The
6
secret
next
third
week,
option.
and then 7, 8 the week after.
Mm-hmm.
Fine by
That's
me.
fine with
but
me.
Is Johnny going to lose his mind if we try to do
Nah,
that?
it's fine. I get to have more time hanging out with Mr. Orson here. It's fine. I like it.
It means I get to
Well,
a
great.
little treat, and I get to play one dispatch episode this week. Yay.
Yeah.
That'll be nice.
That's what I did last week. It was great.
Well, I'm not mad because I think that our discussions about this game just show how much we are all loving this game, and it's a real pleasure to play something that we like so much for the show.
Johnny's. What's it? Bullshit.
Johnny's
Mini game.
Mini
Bullshit.
game corner.
Mini game.
So,
Corner.
so we can't talk about the power stuff yet because that's an episode 5 thing. But we can talk about the overall hacking thing, which is sometimes you get to a square. So it's like you're playing a Shadowrun, or maybe is there a hacking mini game in Cyberpunk like this? I can't remember.
There's certainly a hacking mini game in it, I think,
Yeah.
but I don't remember what it's like.
But you got like a node
yeah.
chart, and you can move this 12-sided dice around the node chart. Yeah, and sometimes it'll give you commands you got to do, like up, up, down, down, left, right, to unlock a node. But sometimes you get a password at a different node, and you have to bring it back to the one node. But sometimes that password's backwards, which really got me one time. I was not figuring out that the password was backwards.
Yeah, it doesn't
paid
auto
attention.
input for you, so you have to remember the passwords.
Yes.
Yeah, and there's one that's backwards in a weird way, like it's backwards and you're looking at it from behind.
Yeah.
Does that make any sense?
That one hurt my head.
Yeah, I still don't know if I totally get that one.
But I don't mind. I actually do not mind it, though it does get stressful when the ball is chasing you. But you can like open up bridge nodes and close bridge nodes, but by doing the up, up, down, down kind of thing. So you can you can trap the enemy counter hacking into like a harmless loop or something, or just like one tile that it can't move from. So that's satisfying, but it does give you like, it's pretty tight. At least I don't know if there's difficulty options. I'm playing on normal, I think, but it's fun. Like I like it. I like this hacking game quite a bit. What about y'all?
I agree with you. I think it's fun. It's a good diversion. I think this game, I said it last week, I expected this to be, and I think Jim had said the same thing. I expected this to be, a good story because people kept saying that. And I kind of assumed that the gameplay was going to be either non-existent or bad. And instead, it's pretty great. The dispatching is fun, but this little hacking mini game is just a great diversion. It's a little extra gameplay loop to break things up. And I really think it works.
Mm-hmm. It's also something that Robert does directly, so it makes him feel like more a part of the team, sort of like he's playing a oracle role.
Yeah.
if you know what I mean, and I know
do.
Matt knows what I mean.
It's
We're
Betty
talking about
Draper.
Barbara Gordon?
Talk about Barbara Gordon Oracle.
Not Betty Draper.
No.
What
talking about Barbara
are you
Gordon.
talking about?
I couldn't remember the name of the girl who becomes Oracle after Joker breaks her back or something, or shoots her.
He shoots her.
Yeah, it's Betty
Betty
Draper,
Don Draper
the
from Mad
wife
Men's
from
wife.
Mad Men.
Yeah.
He shoots her in the spine.
I don't know that
Yeah,
that's...
the Joker shoots her in
I
the
don't
spine.
know that that's still canon.
Don Draper's like, oh.
It's not. Doesn't
guess I'm
like
gonna
he
have to
knock
get a
on her
younger
door
wife
and then
now.
she opens it and he just shoots her in the
Yeah.
spine. Isn't
Yeah.
that?
I think
Yeah.
famously Alan Moore, who wrote The Killing Joke, which is the story that you're referencing,
Yeah.
is like one of the few things that he's gone back and said, that was a real piece of shit and I wish I hadn't written it.
When
Why?
it, like
Great.
in the 90s, everyone was like, dude, no, there's this Batman graphic novel you should read, and it's amazing. And it was always
Yeah, for sure.
the worst guys that loved it.
It's kind of like it's kind of like Dark Knight Returns, which I fucking loved as a teenager and I find unreadable today.
Listeners, if you love it, you're not one of the worst guys. I'm just making this a broad generalization for fun.
Or
Don't
girls,
worry. We
Johnny,
love you.
not just boys read comics.
You're right. Or girls. I just don't see a lot of girls liking The Killing Joke. But again, that's a broad
I
generalization.
didn't like it. I like Long Halloween. Said it before,
Oh.
I'll say it again.
Isn't that what it's rumored that the next Batman movie is supposed to be adapting? The next Robert
next
Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson one?
Yeah.
It would make sense. It's like tonally kind of right for that.
Remember in the 2000s?
Yeah, I think
there
they
was,
got
like,
some
a
big
meme
actor to
going
play
around,
the guy's
like,
wife too.
If any of you Tumblr girls try to change anything in The Killing Joke, you're not allowed or something. I remember that being like a big meme thing before eventually the cartoon version got released.
I mean, that's all right, I guess.
Is this a meme that
but-
you made and tried to circulate?
No,
Yeah,
I didn't like it.
Yeah, probably.
I just want to back Vanessa up in saying that the Long Halloween is the best Batman story. I think it's the best one. And also, I don't think The Killing Joke is canon anymore. I think that even DC eventually realized, like, this sucked and undid it.
Well, they knew 52'd like everything,
Yeah,
right?
but now it's weird and confusing.
That's like Absolute, right? Is that the
No.
universe they're doing now is Absolute? Or is that just a run they're doing with different...
That is just a run. They're still publishing their regular stuff. Absolute is
Okay.
just kind of its own little side thing. Like Marvel had their Ultimate Universe for a long time. I'm over
okay.
that fucking Absolute Universe. Like, this was fun and it was like some neat ideas, and now it's already gotten out of hand, and they're already like, we're gonna have an Absolute Universe crisis, and I'm already out. Just no thanks. Hard fucking pass.
You know, I'd like to see uncanon to Damian frickin' Wayne. I hate
I
this.
love Damian Wayne, and he's my favorite Robin, and I'll
I
fight
know
you.
you do. I hate him.
He's so, but the fact that he's such a piece of shit is like part of his charm.
He's the worst.
Also, in canon, Batman has only been Batman for like 7 years. So why does he have a 10-year-old son with a supervillain? You know what? Let's move on. Johnny, do you have any other shitty mini games? What's it called? Johnny's shitty game corner,
Bullshit
I think.
minigame corner.
Bullshitty minigames.
No, that's about it. That's about it. It's the hacking, and I think the hacking pretty good. The only one I don't like is when they reverse it. The looking from behind thing hurts my brain, and I can't do it.
Yeah.
I will say, as your playing listeners, if you do become frustrated, it's okay to turn off the timing for the hacking. I didn't for my first run. Then the second time I ran through the game, I'm like, I'm just going to turn off the timing for the hacking because I don't feel like having stress.
I can definitely
it's
see playing it a second time and really dialing down any sort of difficulty, you know? Because for me, like I like the challenge, and I'm not playing it on hard or anything. Don't get me wrong, but like I like a little challenge. But if I'm running through this game again, I'm running through it again for like story beats, right? Like I'm not super
Right.
into the challenge again. It's not like Jim playing Bloodborne for the 5th time.
Well, and I think it just kind of depends on what kind of puzzle you like. Like some people just really don't like timed puzzles, and hacking is still a puzzle if
Yeah,
it's not
That's true.
timed.
And I like to push blocks around.
So, yeah. So it's just, no judgment. We're a no judgment podcast. We judge a lot of things, actually, but
We're
we
pretty
don't
judgy.
tend to judge
Yeah.
people putting games on the difficulty that works for
speak for
them or
yourself.
using any hacks or
Get
accommodations.
good, you fucking
but
losers.
Matt does. I say put everything in God mode all the time. Play yourself. I don't care. Okay, that's it. That's it for the minigame corner. That's it for all of our business, except for what we're squarely against. Jim, what were you squarely against this
How
time?
dare you even ask him that? Nobody could be squarely against anything in this fucking game.
I will say the one thing that I did get mildly annoyed with is
Okay, I guess I was wrong.
sabotage. The sabotage part.
Yes.
A little frustrating,
Agreed.
especially because
that?
I suck so bad at this anyway. In chapter 3, where they're all sabotaging each other.
The Beastie Boys song? What's wrong
Yeah.
with you?
That video was
like
one of
that
the
song.
coolest videos I've ever seen when I was 15 or 16.
It's still a really good and catchy song.
yeah,
Yeah.
I like it. I mean,
You
I
know,
like
like,
the later
Still a
Beastie
cool video
Boys.
too.
I feel like their early stuff maybe doesn't quite hold up as much. It sounds
Well, they said so
real
too. They're like, yeah, sorry.
amateurish.
They've apologized for that so many times.
Yeah.
I just think that it's real amateur. It's not bad or anything. It's real good. It was great for the time. It was interesting. It was unique. But now it sounds very amateurish. But I think once you hit sabotage, you're like,
it
oh
didn't
yeah.
have like the kind of lyrics like "slob on my knob" that you really look for.
Oh,
Yeah.
you think it didn't? You
Music
think the
stinks.
Beastie
That's what the
Boys
kids
didn't have
want.
lyrics like that? I just want to be very clear. That's what you say.
So will Young Gravy like be
No.
respected and probably like winning a musical score Oscar and be like sorry about my early lyrics in 10
Yeah,
years?
maybe he'll grow up a
Yeah.
little bit. He's
Yeah,
Johnny.
then
it's
he'll
in
be
the
old
name.
gravy.
He'll be old gravy by then. He'll
Yeah,
have some
he'll be old gravy.
perspective. He'll be
Or just
he'll be
gravy.
more wise.
Could just be great.
or just gravy.
Just gravy.
That's
I feel
his.
like when you listen to
That is-
like rock music from the 50s that had everyone all in a twist and you're like, this is the most innocent sounding music I've ever heard. I wonder if that's going to happen with music that's coming out.
I
today.
doubt it.
Everyone
I'll
says
tell you what,
Like,
Slavin
oh my
on
god,
my knob.
WAP is such like a
all the
charming, like
time.
innocent song.
I
Like,
remember
people like
looking
shaking
at my-
hands, slob on my knob, slob on my knob. You know, like it's just like saying hello in the future.
I remember looking at my parents one day and being like, what was wrong with your generation that every popular song was about people fucking? There were no songs that weren't about sex. That's it. That's your whole fucking generation. Every song was, I want to fuck this girl tonight. It's gonna be a really good time.
A lot of them were like, this girl just turned 16. I'm going over to her
Oh,
house.
16, Vanessa. Innocent Vanessa. This
Matt,
girl
Gonna
just
hang
turned
out with the
13.
16-year-old.
is Penny Lane about wanting to have sex with someone?
Probably.
Kind of text Matt.
I don't know.
Is
That
the
era
song
also was about a lot
Penny?
of we're super high on acid and can't tell fantasy from reality.
Yeah.
That's why that's the best Beatles era, because they're not talking about sex.
Oh,
Or at least they're talking about it. They're more subtle about it.
Because I don't think
More
Are
hate.
you trying to tell
metaphorical.
me that I Want to Hold Your Hand was about
Yeah,
sex?
of course it
Ooh.
was. Of
Yeah,
course it
I
was.
just want to hold her hand.
No,
Where does
hand
holding
bent
hands
vagina
lead to,
in
Vanessa?
England.
Where does holding hands lead to?
They want to hold hands where
sweaty
like one of
palms?
the person makes a circle with their fingers and then the other person puts their index finger through it.
It was the.
Oh, no.
Was that the 50s or the 60s? That song that was late 50s,
The
right?
Beatles were the 60s. Yeah. 60s, 70s for the Beatles.
But I think I Want to Hold Your Hand was still 50s.
I want to hold your hand. You're
Anyway,
gonna have to cut
we
that.
all know
You will not be
since
allowed.
it was weird.
Yeah,
old,
cut that out. No Beatles.
Since it was weird old people time, probably the original cut was "I Want to Hold Your Cunny,"
1963,
And then
my
they're like-
friend.
and then
Oh,
they're
don't say that. Gross. Yeah,
The worst
One of my
1964.
least favorite words.
it's the worst.
Oh,
word.
Wikipedia says 1963.
Oh, okay. Well, Matt was right. Johnny was wrong.
Oh well, when they played it on the Ed Sullivan Show, that was in 1964.
Yeah, no,
Oh, I
that
thought
song
that
was
was
definitely
50s.
just about innocently holding hands. That's why thousands of women in the crowd were orgasming while they were playing
Yeah.
it.
Okay,
Tell
well,
you something, and they hope you understand. And I guess I didn't.
so that's what I'm squarely against. Johnny, what are you squarely against?
Let's see. I guess I'm squarely against my brain misinterpreting every scene with Royd as him hitting on me.
You know, we could be wrong,
It's good.
Johnny. We could be wrong.
Yeah, that's true.
Lean
You
into
know,
it and
Johnny,
see what
you-
happens.
Johnny, you are your brain. You know that, right? Like, that's you.
What?
That's you doing it.
No, what about the soul?
You said
It
you're.
can
You
be
said you're
helpful
squarely
sometimes
against
to
your
think
brain
of your
doing
brain as a third person.
Yeah, is my soul not my brain?
Johnny, souls
Is
aren't.
your soul not your
souls
brain?
aren't
Is
real.
your soul not you?
it. Hey, this
You
is
do
not
not
Matt's
have a soul.
metaphysical corner.
Oh, damn.
Oh, you're right. Matt, what are you roundly for or squarely against?
You know, I hate to continue beating this dead horse, but I played this game like a month ago. I don't know. You know what? Right around chapter 4 is I think when the game really kind of unlocks. I feel like the first 3 chapters really have training wheels on. And the 4th chapter is when it really lets loose. And the 4th chapter is when I went from, I really like this game, to I fucking love this game. The writing seemed to tighten up in a way where I found it much funnier and much more touching.
Me too. I was laughing my ass off in chapter 4.
The characters are, I think, Jim, you and I were playing it, I think, at basically the same time because we were talking
Yeah, I
about it
think
in the
so
chat.
too, yeah.
And I was just, this is when I legitimately like said in the group, I fucking love this game. So I guess just again, you know, it's just not to rehash last week, but just chapters 3 and 4, phenomenal writing, phenomenal characters, phenomenal game. That's what I'm roundly for. What about you, Vanessa?
I am squarely against telling your boss and or coworker about the sex dream that you had about them. Especially when they're in the bathroom picking glass out of their bare chest. It's not appropriate. It's definitely an HR violation, and I think Invisigal needs to check
Vanessa,
herself.
we just shook hands, and I noticed that some ink has rubbed off on my hand, and it says, tell boss about sex dream.
Oh.
Can you explain this?
Yeah, but I just meant, like, tell Paul everything, though, you know? So, go ahead.
Well,
knock
it
yourself out.
said don't, but that just didn't transfer over.
Sure. I don't know.
You don't know that.
That's true. I have something I would like to add to my.
Jim's got
My
something to
squirrely
say.
Because I was negative. I pointed out something that I didn't like. I would like to balance that by saying something. Talking about something I really liked, which was Robert's speech that he gave
Yeah.
to the group in the conference room.
Yeah.
That whole scene was just so fucking good, and I thought it just nailed the inspirational speech in like such a good way, and I love the way that the other characters responded to it. I like the way that like you can see like Chase and Blonde Blazer like giving each other looks like during the speech. Was like, holy shit, like this is really good. And it's like I went and listened to it again before we started recording and was reminded how awesome it is.
Now you
So-
have it saved on your phone, and you listen to it every day before
I
you go into a
should,
meeting
yeah.
with your boss.
You should just give it at work. The next time you have
That's a
your
great
staff
idea.
together, just give them the speech.
Also want to say, just to tack on to that, then in the same episode, I think, then he does it again with Invisigal, and it's equally
Yeah, and,
fantastic. The "fuck the stars" speech hit
Very
me
effective.
right at home. You know, he talks about fuck the stars. They're millions of miles away. The life that you're seeing is hundreds, thousands of years old. They're whatever they're telling you, that message is dead and gone, and like you make your own destiny. And that's how I feel about life. And that is it was excellent writing. Just fucking 10 out of 10, cherry on top. Real perfect stuff.
The end of the chapter 2 when Robert sees Invisigal like celebrating her like leaderboard position, taking a picture of it, and then getting embarrassed when he sees her. Oh, that's so good. That's so good.
I feel like we forgot actually an important part of the end of the last chapter, which is you go on a date.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. What the
chapter.
fuck, Vanessa?
Wow.
What are we doing?
You do go on a date at the end of that chapter because
Yeah.
Invisigal.
So at the end of the chapter, Well, at the end of the chapter, you're packing up for the day, and you see Invisigal is still online, and turn on the camera, and you see she's at the movies, and you start sort of chatting with her about the movie, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I like to go to the movies. The only thing that sucks is I can't get any concessions because I always just sneak in, and floating buckets of popcorn wouldn't
Which in
make it
modern
past
theaters,
security."
they're not paying attention to who's. Once you're through the gates, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, maybe the concession stand at this place is outside of the ticketed
Oh yeah, there
area.
are some like that.
So you're chatting with her, and then you get a text message from Blonde Blazer saying, "You up? Dinner tonight?" Wink, 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 wink.
I've met your crazy
And you have a
ex-boyfriend,
choice.
and I'm not comfortable with this. Also, you're my boss.
You have a choice of if you go to the movies with Invisigal or go on a date with Blonde Blazer. So, Matt, you chose Invisigal.
Absolutely.
What about you, Jim?
Invisigal.
I just feel like there's more of a connection with Invisigal here. It's not just the fact that she's a total Matt girlfriend, which she is. I feel like the game is really story-wise like setting you up with Invisigal, whereas the Blonde Blazer stuff is real. There's a lot of drama there, and I don't want anything to do with that.
How about you, Johnny?
I love drama. So I figured it'd be hilarious to go on a date with my boss. Blonde
Cool.
Blazer.
Also,
How'd
you
that
don't
go?
go on a date with Invisigal. You just watch the movie with her.
You
Well, tell us about it, even though I know because I also chose Invisigal.
I thought you were going
Even
to play
though
it
she
through and
sexually
choose
harassed
the other
Robert-
choices. Did you still stick with Invisigal?
I stuck with Invisigal.
What the fuck? Tell us why. I want to know why.
Because Blonde Blazer's my boss, and also she just broke up with a guy.
But you're
and I feel like she
Invisigal's
has
boss.
some alcohol issues. Well, I'm her dispatcher. That's not the same thing. Exactly.
You literally are
and-
responsible for deciding whether or not she keeps her job. We learned that in this chapter. Or the last chapter, maybe.
She's just a really good character.
Yeah, you talk to Invisigal as she's watching the movie on the headset, and then Robert kind of walks through the door with a bucket of popcorn and sits down next to her. It turns out that he was not watching
and
along.
Sour Patch Kids.
Oh, and Sour Patch Kids.
They shout out to the actual brand. Sour
Shout out
Patch
to the
Kids.
one of the actual best candies, for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have some downstairs right now.
And then Robert sits down, and she's kind of like, wait, you weren't, because he's got the video connection, so she thought he was watching the movie with her, and he sits down, and he's like, yeah, I wasn't actually watching. I was on my way here. And he sits down, and they make some small talk, and then they watch the movie, and they just kind of have a good time and joke around, and she's a good character. He's a good character, and I want them to get married.
Yeah,
and have
I think
babies.
there's a great line here where she's like, "So are we friends now?" And I had Robert say, "We're getting there," and she seemed to like
I think
that.
I said
I
something more
said,
along the line. Oh, go ahead.
I said I thought we already were. I think that's what I said.
I think the third option is something like just friends. And that's what I went with.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm going all in, baby. What was the Blonde Blazer date like? I assume, Johnny. Johnny, tell us.
Well, it's not a good date. She's like, want to meet up and have dinner. She takes you outside to like the employee benches right outside work, and you eat like some leftover fast food while Waterboy is barfing up on the windows, cleaning them. I guess
That could be a
that
good
might not
date.
happen.
A date at work date? That's fine. That's a date. Ate some leftovers. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well,
Somebody doesn't have to
she's
buy
like,
you
know,
dinner for it to be a good date, Johnny.
Well, she's
Oh,
like,
wait. Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
sorry, this isn't a very good date. And he's like, this is a date? And she's like, if you want it to be.
Does he say that, or did
Yeah.
you choose to say that?
I definitely said, is this a date? And yeah, she's like, well, and I was like, sure, let's do it. There's no harm in dating your boss. It's cool with HR, I guess. So let's do it. And then, so you know how she's got that big amulet on her chest?
Mm-hmm.
She's like,
Oh,
okay,
I know all about her chest.
She's like, I want
Hey.
to show you something. Promise not to laugh. And she takes her amulet off. She's like, I'm going to look really different. Just a warning. And she's slightly smaller, less muscular. Her boobs are a little smaller. and she has brown hair. And she's like, "Hi, I'm Mandy."
What? She's a
She's
magical
not-
transformation
Whoa.
girl?
She's a
Yeah.
man, and part of her magical transformation is going from a brunette to a blonde.
Well, that's pretty normal for magical
Blonde
girl
and a
transformations.
brunette in one person.
She's a Sailor Moon. Now I'm back into her.
She's a Sailor Moon, and her name is Mandy.
Aw.
What is Invisigal's name? I know she tells us. I can't. Is it Amy? I feel like it's Amy. Courtney. Ugh, I don't like that name. Never mind.
I have one more thing that I want to mention as being super good is when you. So I picked Waterboy to be on my team. You get a scene where you're
not-
like going to.
Never mind. I'm sorry.
What?
Never mind.
Sorry, you get a scene where you find Waterboy in the shower and he's washing off the noodles that
yeah.
Flambe threw at him, and he's like stomping the noodles into the drain, which is funny.
That's right.
But you like talk to him, and he mentions that Blonde Blazer talked to him, and that he's excited to join the team, and he says, "I'm jizzed to join the team," and Robert's like, "Jazzed, it's jazzed."
It could be jizzed. Maybe
If
he
you,
loves Star Wars.
Yeah.
If you choose Phenomena Man for your team, he shows up while you have just showered, and Robert's in a towel.
Mm-hmm.
And Phenomena Man talks about how he
Couldn't make
went
love.
with Blonde Blazer to the edge of a volcano and made love to her. And then he looks at Robert and he goes, "Now I will make love to you." And he sweeps Robert into a big bear hug that does cause Robert's towel to drop to the floor, and you see his whole bare bottom.
He does have.
And,
So I had the scene, but he doesn't say. He's like, actually, no. Our physiological and my anatomy is incompatible with hers, so we never actually really made love.
Yeah, he explains that he can't have sex with humans.
Yeah.
What is
Ah.
Phenomena
Alien.
Man? Is this? Have they not revealed this
Yeah.
yet? Is this later on in the
He's
game?
an alien.
He's a weird alien guy.
He's an
Superman's
alien.
an alien, and
Made
he
to
has
look
a
like a
child with a
person.
human.
He doesn't.
Well, he doesn't have human genitalia. I
regret-
don't know what to tell you. He just doesn't.
I regret not choosing Phenomena Man.
It's pretty. We'll talk about it with episode 5. You learn some more fun stuff about him and how he does not like to be called cute.
God, I really feel like I'm going to have to replay this game. What does that say?
Can you choose a chapter, or do you have to
Happens to
start
me.
from the beginning?
I would
You can choose a
hate to
chapter.
replay the first chapter. It's so on rails, which is fine, but you know,
You don't have
I'm
to.
not going to change my choices. Of course, I'm going to try and kiss Blonde Blazer. Duh. Anyway,
And get to
those
see
are
her
the
as a
dates.
brunette.
Those are the dates, and now we are going to level up.
Did everyone say what they're squarely against?
Mhm.
I think so.
Yeah. You did, right, Vanessa?
I did.
Okay.
Didn't I?
Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
Who wants to level up first?
I'll go first.
Oh, okay.
I have been replaying the BioShock games, and they're super good. And I saw the new Spider-Man, and it was pretty good. It's all right.
I think you saw a more important movie than that, which I want to talk with you about, Jim.
Did
What?
you talk about the Odyssey last week?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
Well,
no,
yeah,
maybe
you
it was 2
said-
weeks
We both-
ago.
You said
Oh.
because I remembered this because I watched it this week, and I remember your review of, or no, Jay's review of, this is a movie of men doing men stuff.
Yeah. That was their review. Men doing men stuff.
What movie are you talking about, Vanessa?
Jim and I both watched a great film called The Last House.
It was super dumb. Dumb.
It's really, really bad. It's
Super
the worst movie
dumb.
I have seen in a long time.
It's way dumb. It's about a family who, after a mysterious rain descends upon them, they're unable to leave their house. And they
It's sort of an interesting premise because it's
Yeah.
all over the world, as far as we can tell, that this rain has essentially like formed barriers around all the buildings and sealed everyone inside whatever building they were in.
yeah.
And it tries to be like sort of a melodrama about the relationship between these family members. But none of them really seem to have actual characters. There's just like mom and
Yeah,
girl
even the
and
dialogue
boy.
is just like they're just like exchanging cliches at certain points. Like the
it's so
the
cliche.
the dad is like, I think he says it felt like 100 times in the movie, my job is to help us survive, or my job is to save us, or whatever. He says that so many fucking times in the movie. It's like, we get it.
And there's cracks in the foundation of their house, and it's like a metaphor.
Yeah, but then they use it to their advantage, which is another metaphor.
Yeah. And it, like all great movies, starts with a little girl doing a voiceover of, "The day the rain came, nobody knew what to do. Everyone remembers the day the rain came."
I was hoping that like it would like keep what was happening to them kind of a mystery, because it's like there's something threatening outside. Like what they do see of the outside, like it looks scary. And so, but then the reveal of it I thought was so super dumb.
It's really dumb. And it makes no sense.
It doesn't make any sense, and the way it's resolved also makes even less sense. And so the last 10 minutes of the movie are really, really fucking bad. Like, really stupid. Yeah, that's bad. Thank you for reminding me that I watched that terrible movie, Vanessa.
If you like bad movies, you might enjoy watching it with some friends, but I would say, like, be ready to fast forward, because there's a lot of scenes with nothing happening, and that's how I watched it. I couldn't bear it. Like, I can't watch these people sit around and talk about their situation again.
Well, since we're on the topic, Vanessa, how did you level up?
Oh, well, in addition to watching that, I watched Quantum of Solace, which I had talked about after we did our Casino Royale bonus, to see how I liked it. And I liked it a lot better than the first time I saw it. It really does make a lot more sense as a direct sequel to Casino Royale than like a standalone Bond movie. And I think I only really saw it in the theater before, and probably too much time had passed to be watching it. But if you watch it pretty shortly after Casino Royale, it makes a lot more sense. It has David Harbour in it.
Oh, really?
And yeah, sort of a young David Harbour.
Why do you keep saying his name
was
like
interesting. David Harbour is his name, and that is how I will say it. And yeah, it wasn't as bad as I remember. It's not as good as Casino Royale, but Casino Royale is kind of my perfect Bond movie, so I think it's not really fair to compare it to that.
Is it the finger sucking that makes it perfect, or is it the ball?
I assumed it was the ball
100%.
torture. I think that Vanessa probably
Vanessa
thinks all Bond movies should have ball
testicular,
torture.
yeah, destruction.
Yeah. Yeah, I there wasn't nearly enough ball trauma in this one. It was sort of written during the writer's strike, and you can tell because it does not have very much dialogue in it. But
Oh, I love that, though. Don't talk.
Yeah, you can follow the plot. It has beautiful scenery. It has action scenes that are fun and silly. The whole tone is pretty somber. But overall, I would say if you like Casino Royale, give it a watch. If you haven't watched it in a while, or you haven't watched it at all, you could do worse. And what else? Oh, I finished watching the TV series of Cape Fear, which, Jim, I know you started as well, and I think bounced off of pretty hard.
I watched the first 2 episodes, and I was like, this is fucking stupid.
Yeah. Spoiler alert, it just gets more stupid until the very stupid end. What a absurd show. It was so melodramatic, and nothing in it made sense. And
it's crazy because like the movie, the Robert De Niro movie, is straightforward. It's like this guy, this murderer got out of prison, and he wants to fucking kill the lawyer that put him there. Like that's the whole thing. And this one, doesn't he move in across the street at one point, I read?
Yeah,
and like,
well, they stretched it into a 10, not even an 8-episode show, a 10-episode show.
And there's all kinds of like,
6.
Is he also, he's sleeping with people? It's so fucking weird. There's a baby, or maybe, I don't know. It's fucking strange.
Babies are weird.
Yeah, it's... It's really, yeah, it's overly complicated, I would say.
The thing with the son's
It's,
toe, like,
yeah,
doesn't make any sense.
the son cuts off his own toe. It's just ridiculous. Yeah, it's absurd. I would say only watch it if you like love sort of soap opera, Melrose Place, American Horror Story kind of stuff. It might be your jam, but it was not my jam. But I watched the whole thing regardless. So who's the true Cape Fear? I guess it was me all along. uh, and I picked up the disc copy of Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 that Matt forced me to buy. We both bought it for $8 or $6, I think, with the coupon code we had. And I'm enjoying it a lot more this time.
When you had already played it?
No, I played the demo of it, and it didn't capture me. So I was like, I'm not going to buy this because the demo's not working for me. I think I had not chosen the right vampire clan for how I like to play. So this time I played the La Sombra, which is like the sneaky clan, because, I love a stealth game, and I'm enjoying it a lot more. I think that if you don't think of it as a direct sequel to Bloodlines 1, it's a little bit more enjoyable because it plays so differently from it. It's still not great. I think it's a good $8 game, but the map is really small. I don't know if I'll ever move to a different area, but it doesn't seem like. And the story is pretty linear. I've had a couple of places where I could make a choice, but I don't know how much it's actually affecting the game. The choices I make, it doesn't feel like they really are. So, if you can find it for the price that I paid for it or somewhere thereabouts, I think it's a fine game to play if you don't mind a little open world map. But it's not, living up to my hopes and dreams. It's set in my hometown. It doesn't feel like Seattle when I play it. I'm like, this doesn't vibe with me as being like a actual Seattle location.
It's not raining. Nobody's wearing flannel shirts.
It's not raining. Some people are wearing flannel shirts. It's snowing, which it very rarely snows in Seattle, so that might be part of it. But yeah, it just doesn't quite resonate. It has sort of nods to other parts of Seattle. Like there's a pawn shop called the Aurora Pawn Shop, but the Aurora Pawn Shop is nowhere near the part of downtown that's supposed to be set in. Or Aurora Avenue isn't. So it just it feels like
that's weird.
Someone who's not from Seattle's idea of
Seattle. Yeah, that's weird.
You know?
Why would you pick that? Why do that?
Yeah, it's just
nobody
odd.
expects perfect fidelity, but some sort of realism.
No. And if you look at what's it called? Not Invincible.
Invincigal?
What's the game? No, there's a game. There's been a couple of them where you get superpowers, and I think it starts with an I.
Oh, Infamous.
But the second one, Infamous 2, was set in Seattle, and that felt like Seattle.
Infamous Second Son is set in Seattle. Infamous 2 is set in Louisiana and
New Orleans. Yeah.
Yeah. So Infamous Second Son really felt like it sort of captured the city, which I think is probably what they wanted to do. And I think it's likely just a budget issue. This game barely managed to make it to the finish line, so
yeah.
It's fun. I'm enjoying it, and I'll play it till the end, I'm sure. So, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. Not as bad as I'd originally thought, but not as good as I'd originally hoped. Johnny, how did you level up?
You did that on purpose, you monster. He's not even at his desk.
I leveled up by I saw the
Odyssey
the Greek
Talk.
Guy
Odyssey
movie.
Talk. Greek
You
Guy
want to do
movie?
Odyssey Talk and not Obsessy Talk?
Both. I want to do both.
Okay. I thought Odyssey was okay.
Wow. Johnny,
That's my
bad
hot-
taste in movies.
That's my hot opinion on it. It was fine. I don't like Ben Affleck very much, so that
He's
already
not in that
kinda
movie, though, so that's okay.
Or sorry, Matt Damon.
Ben
The other
Affleck,
one.
Well, it reminds him of Ben Affleck to see Matt Damon, and then he's like, "Oh, I don't like Ben Affleck
Same
very much."
guy, basically.
No. Okay. I don't think they would
That's a
appreciate
joke.
that.
That's a joke.
As somebody who's
At any
often
rate.
mistaken for another man on this show, I bet he wouldn't appreciate that.
Who would do that?
Huh? Yeah. Whom? And I thought it was okay. I thought it got better. The first hour I thought was pretty boring, but the last hour and 45 minutes got much better.
I agree with you, actually.
When you say the last hour and 45 minutes, I'm like, I do not want to go see
It's
this.
a 3-hour movie,
Just
bud.
the idea of a film having a last hour and
So
45
long.
minutes, I'm like,
Full
no.
3-hour
It's a
movie.
long movie.
The best part of the movie for me, obviously, was the big Scottish actor, muscle man, who was on the boat with the grayish
I didn't even
beard.
clock him as a Johnny boyfriend. I feel like they never really showed him off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he is always. I don't think he's credited because he like speaks along with everyone else, so does have a speaking role, but he doesn't like have his own lines basically by himself. He talks with everybody else, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be more magical, more like
Yeah. You thought a
the-
Christopher Nolan movie was going to be more magical.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I thought I don't know. The Green Knight is also based on
Odyssey's a magical story.
yeah.
It
and they
is.
said
I'm
it's
just
a
saying.
time
Vanessa
where
and I
magic
have been
seemed real.
complaining for a while. Like both, I get you don't see all of our chit chat because it's all during the day. But I think Vanessa and I have both been saying for a while, like, is this Odyssey movie going to be any good, or is it going to be a Nolan-esque, like, gritty version of this that strips out all of the like fun, which it does.
Yeah. Definitely check out if you want to see magical, based on historical poem fiction movie. Go see The Green Knight with Dev Patel. That is what I was hoping for because that movie is amazing. It's one of the best
Yeah,
movies I've seen
I
this
agree with you.
decade.
It's too bad
I
that.
watched that. I've
Oh,
wanted
it's
to.
amazing, Vanessa. I actually bought it on digital when it came out. I liked it so
Oh
much.
wow.
I never do that. That and Superman, I think, and Spine of Night are the only movies I own digitally.
Spider Knight.
Saturday night.
Spider Knight, yep. I was gonna say, I love the Green Knight. I wish I could watch it with my son because everything about it is amazing, except for the part where somebody jacks him off.
That does
Shows him
happen.
his semen, and then just shows it to him.
Yeah.
Here's your cum. Ugh.
And you don't want to watch that with your son?
Yeah,
you're
no.
saying?
Surprisingly, I don't want to watch that with a 15-year-old. Everything else about that movie is awesome, and I would love to watch it with him, but
Now Vanessa's even more interested. Come, you say.
And he shows it
she
to
shows
him?
it to him.
Well, that gives me some ideas.
What kind
I
of
also
ideas?
saw Obsession, and Vanessa says I watched it wrong because I watched a horror movie like
Vanessa
Megan.
did not say you watch it wrong.
Yes, she did.
Nobody said that. You said that.
Vanessa said I watched it wrong because I watched it like a Megan with a horror movie where a wish goes horribly wrong for a poor guy. And Vanessa says
don't-
that's not what the movie was about.
I want to.
Exactly what happened.
I feel like the way you phrase that is like everybody else came into this movie with like preconceptions, but I don't think that's true. I think we were all like, ooh, a horror movie, and all went and saw it, and all came to the same conclusion pretty early on.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about this movie going in. What happened is that Johnny said he didn't realize till the end, and sorry, Obsession spoilers incoming, skip ahead if you don't want to hear it, that Bear was a bad guy. And
How?
I'm sorry.
Here's what I
How could
I thought
anybody
about
think
it,
Bear
and
is
here's
a
the
bad
conclusion.
guy?
Oh. Oh.
He's the victim in this movie.
But
the
like
conclusion that I came to.
I think if you watch it,
And I'm just going to speak for Johnny and over Johnny.
okay.
Here,
Okay,
Okay,
go
please.
ahead.
there's a lot of like body swap media and things like that that never deals with the idea of consent
Mhm.
and consenting to be in like someone consenting to have you in their body and then what you do while you're in their
Mhm.
body, you know? There was a little bit of dialogue around it with like Wonder Woman 84, I think, when people are like, wait a minute, she just put her dead boyfriend's soul in this guy's body and now they're dating and sleeping with each other. Like, isn't that not consensual? But it's been a long history of media sort of dealing with magical circumstances and not addressing the idea of consent. So I don't think that it's your fault, Johnny, that you didn't recognize what was going on immediately, because we are sort of programmed as viewers to not ask those questions or expect those questions to be addressed in magical movies.
Yeah, and I think that the movie works under both interpretations. Like, it has a beginning, like the narrative functions, right? Like, if you view it as a Megan style horror movie about a guy who makes a wish and it goes bad, or if you watch it from Vanessa's
Is
perspective.
Megan about a person that makes a wish and it goes bad?
No, but I just mean
they wish for a Megan.
Yeah, it's but it's one of those things where someone like, it seems to be a weird relationship is going well, but then spirals into horror, which you could view it as, or you could view it from the start as horrific if you think about the consequences for 50 seconds, which I didn't. And hey, that's on me.
I think that actually, and again, I'm going to get into very specific spoilers here. When they're first together, she has the moment of sort of looking at him with realization and shoving him away and being like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I was just thinking of that.
I thought that was kind of a really good way of demonstrating like inebriated sex, and places where some people would say like, oh, the issue of consent gets a little fuzzy and things like that. Like, she was into it and then she wasn't into it. So, there's a lot of issues being explored there. And I think it did a really fantastic job with it, actually.
Yeah, I really liked it. And I like going back and thinking about it now, I see what you're talking about for sure. I just didn't pick up on it the first time. That's okay, right? Doesn't make me an awful person.
It is okay.
I hope.
No, I don't think that it does. And I do wonder in some ways, and I don't want to attribute everything about you to you being gay, although that is, of course, your number one trait.
Yeah.
But, you may be a little less familiar with the dynamics of like dating a man as a woman or dating a woman as a man. And some of those power dynamics.
Yeah. She's like screaming in terror for like half the movie at what's happening around her and to her. Like legitimately like screaming and like jumping away and like
John laughed at those parts.
This is
Yeah.
I'm not trying to make
Remember when she had said she had a bad
bad
dream, so she stood in the corner?
or like dumb or like he did something wrong. We love you and you're a good person. You just kind of didn't catch on to some things. That's fine. That's all fine.
Yeah, that's okay. And that may very well be what the filmmakers intended the audience to do too, because Bear isn't presented as a bad guy.
He's kind of not, since we're doing the spoilers and we've all seen it. He is kind of not, to the degree that, and I kind of said this last week or 2 weeks, whatever, when Vanessa took her headphones off. I appreciate the fact that the movie sets it up as this guy makes a wish. He does not expect this wish to happen. He does not live in a world where magic happens like we do in the real world. So why would he? It is a stupid thing he bought at a store, and so initially he's like, this is weird. But I in my viewing of it, pretty fucking quickly, like you're like, oh no, something's wrong. Even if you don't immediately, as Bear, go like, I made this wish and the wish was real, which you would not as a real person in the real world. Something is wrong. And then the movie pretty quickly shows you like, she's not into this. This is not her. This is something else.
Well,
but I
I
like the fact that Bear he's not a villain. He doesn't come into this movie as like, I'm going to do this to somebody.
No.
And this is where I guess the subtlety lies for a lot of people, is that then there is a point in the movie where he chooses to continue doing it, even though he knows.
Absolutely.
And that is where the turn
I would
happens.
say after he calls the helpline, like that, if not sooner, but certainly after he calls the place and hears her screaming in the background.
Well, there's
and then
another
continues with what he's doing.
There's another scene later where it's when he's like sneaking out.
Yeah.
When
That's towards the end of the movie, though.
She straight up tells him, "That's not me." Like, and don't be loud. Don't wake the other person up. But like, that's just not me.
That's basically the end of the movie.
Yeah, and he gets mad at her when she's like, he's like,
"What's
"Is
so
it so
bad
bad
about
to be
being
with
with
me?"
me?" And she goes, "I've never been with you."
But
Yeah.
but early enough in the movie, what would you say? Like halfway through the movie, she duct tapes the door closed so that he won't leave the house. That
Yeah.
that is as fucked up as the things that were going on before that was. That's the point where Bear should have headed for the hills, called the cops, been like, my girlfriend has had a mental breakdown, and instead he goes home and fucks her.
Yeah.
Yep.
And like when there's some self-harm and he had the opportunity to take her into the emergency room and evidently doesn't, because there's no way she would have let out.
He tries to.
He does try, but she won't go. But again, it's not Nikki. It's whatever this fucking thing that has inhabited her body is. But it does take a good chunk of the movie before you fully understand that she has been possessed, basically. You know something's wrong. You know she's not really in love with him. You know it's because of the wish. But I would say it's 2/3 of the way through the movie before you really fully understand. The movie really lays out Nikki is no longer here. This is something else. Mm-hmm. This is a poltergeist or whatever.
I also just from a world building thing loved how blasé the store staff was and the helpline.
Mm-hmm.
I loved both of those elements a lot.
Yeah.
I think they added a lot of character to it, and even like you can read the comments on the website or on the Reddit posts about it where they say whether it works or doesn't work, and like there's a whole lot, like a lot of information in there. Like I caught the helpline was insane and things like that. Mm-hmm. And there's a bunch of warnings on the packages, and I liked all that stuff a lot.
Mm-hmm. Well, even when he buys it, the girl at the store is like, most people just use it as a novelty item. But, some people, they make a wish and then they have all these complaints. So don't complain.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, oh, and he goes, they complain the wish doesn't come true. And she goes, or it does. And they want to kill themselves.
What a fucking great movie.
Everyone's pretty straightforward.
I kind of want to watch it again.
So, fun chat time. What wish would you guys make on a wishing willow?
Do I know that it's a Wishmaster wishing willow?
I have one. I wish this podcast would end.
Oh. Wow.
Aww.
Well, I guess the podcast ended when our dear friend Jim Banks died in a terrible accident, and none of us could go on.
Really bad for Jim because my level up is going to be so long.
Aw. Well, let's go to Matt then. Matt, how do you level
Okay.
up?
Yeah.
I saw The Odyssey and I thought it was fantastic. Really,
Wait, I thought you hated
10
it.
out of 10. No, I loved it.
What?
Legitimately, I about a half, literally halfway through the movie, an hour and a half in, I got up to go get a drink for my son, and was kind of looked at the time and went, "Good God, it's been an hour and a half." And that first hour and a half, my impression was like, "This is really good, but it's pretty slow and not a lot is going on." Like a lot's going on, but like none of it's super interesting. I don't know. I was kind of dreading sitting through another hour and a half of it. And then I got back and the movie kicked into high gear and I was on the edge of my seat for the second half of the movie. I really thought it picked up and became and jumped in my estimation from like, this is good to this is fucking incredible. I think that, and I'm going to try very hard to talk around any sort of spoilers. We're all familiar with The Odyssey. I think that Christopher Nolan was interested in telling the story of Odysseus and the story specifically of the Trojan War and his long absence from home and what it was like for him coming back, what it did to his family. This is a story about a man who goes to war. And a lot of the beginning of the movie front loads the whimsical parts of the Odyssey in a way that kind of felt perfunctory, where it was kind of like, I can't make it. My impression was somebody felt like Christopher Nolan felt like I'm making an Odyssey movie and I can't leave out the Cyclops and this part and that thing, all of those little stops on the trip. And the second half of the movie is about Odysseus and his family. That they intercut a lot of that in early on as well, and the end of the Trojan War and how this affected him as a person who had been to war. And that part of the movie is fucking incredible. And I legitimately walked out of the movie blown away. I loved it, and I just cannot say enough that I thought it was just a work of art. It was excellent. But as Johnny said as well, and other people that I've talked to that have seen it said, the first hour and a half of the movie, pretty fucking slow, which is where a lot of the whimsical, fun stuff from the Odyssey is, unfortunately. So if that is what you're looking forward to, I think I can see maybe not loving it. But I did love it. It was great.
You know, they could have just sent like one or two guys at a time to check out an island and make sure it's cool, and they never did that.
I feel every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. But it's I don't want to say more than that. But that's not what it's about. I took a vacation. I've been off all week, which has been really nice. And kind of the big thrust of it was my son and I went up to Rainbow River in Florida and did a little tubing down a spring river, and it was amazing. I saw gators in the water. I saw otters, which I did not know lived in Florida.
Weren't you afraid that the gators would chomp your vulnerable little butt as it stuck through the bottom of the inner
I definitely
tube?
was. I asked them. They kind of told me as I was, paying for the tube for the trip about wildlife, and they said just leave it alone. There's gators. They stick to the banks, so you stick to the center of the river, which was true. We saw them on the banks, and I'll say this: thousands of people go down that river every year, so clearly the animals are used to the traffic and there's a ton of fish in that water, so the gators aren't hungry. They don't care about your.
How does it?
Yeah, go ahead.
How does it work? Do you get your tube at the upriver and then you drop it off downriver?
Yeah, you get your tube upriver and you float down. There's different launch points with different kind of state parks attached, and each of them is a different kind of business or whatever, and are different lengths of a ride. And yeah, at the end you get a kind of a tram, like just a car. Bus back to the drop point and get back in your car and leave. And it was neat. The otters were really cute. We did not fuck with them because otters are mean. The gators were not cute, but it was kind of neat to see them. Lots of birds and turtles and fish. And I'll say this, I wanted to make a day of it. I got the 4-hour trip, and after about 3 hours, we were very ready to be done. And the whole thing ended up running 5 hours on the dot. So my back was in pain by the end of it. And I think next time, they also rent paddle boards. And I think next time I'll get a paddle board because that seemed way more comfortable. So you can stand up, you can sit down, you can lay down, you can move around. Whereas with the tube, you're really struggling. But it was...
Can you bring your own private fancy tube?
No, you cannot. At least not at the one that I went to. I don't know about the other ones. I think next time I go, we'll do the 2-hour option as well. But it was fucking incredible. Just an amazing day, floating down a river, sun, wind, water. It was great. That spring rivers are cold. It was incredible, and I felt really great. And the other two things that I'll keep very short. Number one, I watched Evil Dead Burn the other night. And that was, three things. I watched Evil Dead Burn the other night, and that was good. Good, gory, fucking, good God. Is it just me, or are horror movies getting way fucking grosser?
I think they are.
I really
and their
think
kids
they are.
with their long
gross.
hair and their
I just
mustaches.
rewatched the original Evil Dead recently. It's not nearly as gross as Evil Dead Burn. Evil Dead Burn is fucking gross.
There's one scene in Obsession that did the modern movie cut of it seems like it's going to be obscured and kind of in the background like in Hereditary, but then they're like, you need a close-up. You need a real close up of what
the
just
scene
happened.
you're talking about, unless you, are we talking about the big death towards the end?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had my hand up for that. Like, I legitimately was like, I can't do this. Like, I was watching the TV like this.
But the
covering
close up
violent
happens
part
like
of
at
screen.
the end of the scene.
No, I mean, I didn't see it because my hand was over the screen until it cut away. I was not into that. That was the grossest thing in the movie and was grosser than anything in Evil Dead Burn.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. I mean, Evil Dead Burn's all gross all the time, but that, I don't know, like, these characters at that point, and like, that's so intimate that it really hits harder. Anyway, I watched Supergirl. I really liked it. It was a lot of fun. I'm glad that I finally watched it. Millie Alcock, whatever her fucking name is, was really great as Supergirl. Jason Momoa was really great as Lobo. The overall story plot of the movie was so paint by numbers, kind of, that I don't know. It wasn't amazing, but like, it's a good time. It's a good, fun superhero movie. But if you are not into superhero movies, that movie is not going to win you over. And finally, I'll just say, with all the free time I've had on my hands, since I'm caught up on Final Fantasy 13 Part 1, I think, and I'm been ahead on Dispatch for weeks, I have played Hollow Knight, and I am on the last boss. I've played the whole game. I went so far as to do all the extra stuff to get the good ending of Hollow Knight, basically, which is the kind of a secret end boss that you can access in the middle of the final boss fight. I'm just going to say it's an old game where you're fighting the Hollow Knight, and you can use a particular weapon to access his dream state or some shit. I don't know. That game's not great about telling you what the plot actually is. Where you fight this fucking thing called the Radiance that is super duper hard. And I haven't beat it yet, but I checked. It shows you your completion rate. Last I checked before I fought the final boss, I was at 104% completion of the game, which I thought was hilarious because I have not beat the game. I have not fought the final boss. So clearly I've played a lot of it. What a great game. When I played Silksong, I had tried Hollow Knight a couple of times and kind of bounced off of it. And then I played Silksong and I got really into it. And I felt like Silksong did a great job onboarding me with the mechanics of the game in a way that Hollow Knight did not. And when I played Silksong, I said on the show, I wondered if I went back and played Hollow Knight, if I would like it. And I bored the other day or a week ago, looking through Switch games I already owned because I didn't want to spend any money, saw Hollow Knight, remembered that they just released a free Switch 2 upgrade, so I decided to give it another shot and got just instantly hooked because I already understand a lot of the basic mechanics of that game that the game doesn't really explain to you very well. But I've been playing the heck out of it and really absolutely loved it. Really looking forward to finishing it up and, putting that notch on my belt of having finished that one. Way fucking easier than Silksong. For a game that the first two times I played it, I was like, this is fucking hard. I beat the shit out of this game this time. I think Silksong was like a training regimen for me, and I didn't realize it. I found this game very, not easy, but way easier than I initially did, way easier than Silksong. Up to the final bosses, who it does start to get pretty tough. But even still, nothing like that. Remember when I streamed that hour of me fighting the one boss over and over again? I mean, I still haven't experienced anything like that. Even the final boss of the game is almost comparable. And even then I can see, like, I'm going to beat this thing. I'm getting further every time. It's not the same. Okay. I've been talking too long. Who's last? Is that everybody? Jim, did you?
Hughes was last.
Okay. That's it. That's how I leveled up. Hey, we did get an email, but Jim wants to be done. We'll read it next time.
Yeah, we're at almost 3 hours. All right, that's it for this episode of Square Roots. Quick reminder, we do have a Patreon, patreon.com/Square Roots Podcast. You can find all of our amazing bonus content. We just watched Casino Royale. John, I'm sure, has a very special bonus planned for us this month. Like I said, you can find that patreon.com/Square Roots Podcast. Another benefit of being a patron is we do like to personally thank some of them on the show every week. I'm going to start us off this week by thanking Brie Girth, a dyslexic JRPG hero, killed my dog. Dave in Houston, Hat Ben, the Ben with the hat, Keysby Knight, Ed Franco, my other car is Tifa's boobs, Crystal, Hayden Neff, and Tracy.
I'd like to thank Mike, formerly powered by AI, Matt Jorgensen, Magpie Juju, Wishbone is Gay, Loafin' Around, David Shook, Sergeant Spaghetti, Sexy Grandma's Retirement Home, Robert T., and John Scala.
I'd like to thank Florian Jonas Kramer, Simon Mitchell, Knopford, Johnny Five Alive, Doom Train, Dr. Fine, say everyone's name, Slammer and DS. I like that. Tracy,
That's a
the
good
Borg Queen, John B. Quaker Oatman, and Vanessa's mom's nom de plume is K.A. Applegate.
What?
I'd like to thank Isaac Wright, Lexa Varial, Amanda Pierce, Andy M., Militant Decency, Seth G., Volcano, Jaybird, David Arnold, and Star Healer.
All right, if you'd like to send us an email to have read on the show, we're at squarerootspodcast@gmail.com. Find us on Blue Sky at squarerootspod.bsky.social, or send us an email and we'll send you a link to our Discord.
K.A. Applegate wrote the Animorphs books. Did you guys know that? That's crazy.
Yes. Send us please rate, review, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts, YouTube Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, Ghana Podcasts, or Podcasts. Thanks to Steven Podcast for our podcast theme. You can find podcasts on podcasts. Links in the podcast.
All right, for Square Roots, I'm Jim Banks.
I'm Matthew Van Zant.
I'm Podcast.
Podcast from the Ghostbusters
From the
movie?
Yeah.
Ghostbusters movie. Holy shit.
Wow.
Bye.
I'm Vanessa. Good night.
Bye.
Podcast.